I'm back. Hello. How is this? I turned down the quality to 120, 1020 to 70x, 70 something. It's not 180p anymore. So how is it? I don't want to lower it more though. Like, it would kind of suck. Oh, now you can like lower the quality to everything. That's weird. Huh. He's back with a bunk. I don't have the bunk yet, actually. I can go down to 160p. Oh, okay. What if we inverted the word good? Doug? Oh, Doug, yes, good. The monkey has returned. I have returned indeed. Yes. Give me a second. My dog, my dog is talking to the dog next door. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie. Mira. Oh God. Okay, let me join my Patreon polls so they can serenade you a little bit with cursed content, and I'll go calm down my dog. Give me a second. Oh, she stopped barking. Okay. Ding 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 ding.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello,
boys.
How is it going?
Pretty
It's
fine.
going
A-okay.
chilling out.
Nice.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope.
How is the sound, people in the chat? Does it sound okay? Because sometimes I get that a lot, that you guys are like super loud and I can barely hear myself. There's no way for me to know.
You
Am I
are
being
kind of
too
quiet.
loud?
You are kind of quiet.
Yeah,
Sorry
usually
if
it's
I'm
the
being-
complaint
sorry,
is me
I'm
being
so sorry
quiet.
I'm so sorry if I'm being too loud.
It's
I
don't worry, Mark. It's the
understand.
audio
Everyone-
What
itself.
happened?
Everyone, not everyone at once.
Yeah,
What-
you sound kind of quiet on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
So I would say, from what I heard, Mark, if you can turn yours a little down,
Okay.
and Gabe, turn yours a little bit up.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else seems
I
to
am
be okay.
as loud as I
Alright.
can. Actually.
Okay. Then
I mean, you helped me correct it, the sound, the microphone volume. So yeah, thank you.
Is
Well,
this
I can-
better?
Like,
a
Okay.
little bit louder somehow.
what? Maybe it's your Streamlabs settings, because your stream seems to be a little bit more quiet than the other streams I usually
Is
watch.
this better?
Oh no,
That's better.
that's a normal problem. I could never figure out why that happens, and even though I have the volume all the way up in the Streamlabs, and it's always been like this, and actually like yeah, a lot of times it peaks and it bothers me, because then like it sounds like peaking sound, you know. But it's still super low for some reason. It's like I've been looking online to like see if there's a way to make it better, but I don't know.
That's weird, because you sound like perfectly fine on when you're talking with us.
I turned on push to talk,
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
so y'all can hear my beautiful
Oh boy.
voice, but
All right.
quantity emits.
Hello,
Cleric.
everyone.
Cleric again, confusing Clover with Monkey Thief.
Why does this always happen?
Well, you guys sound similar, I guess.
They-
Well, you have a
they
different
really
accent,
don't,
but
though.
Yeah, I like it how I'm never confused, because I don't sound like anyone else.
here,
Because
yeah.
y'all have
Why
beautiful
can't I be
deep
confused with
voices,
someone
and I
cool
do
like
not.
Jeff Goldblum?
I
Monkey Thief is
remember,
also cool. I mean,
I remember my friend's my friend's friend sounded like my classmate. And my friend's friend is like way older than my classmate, bro.
I don't know if Gabe will get this, but I do have a large amount of voice dysphoria. By the way, if you do get that, then it's pretty poggers.
the best
He is-
cleric One day I'm going to have to like get into a study session with you on the differences between me and Monkey P's voice, because my voice is an icon of its own.
But also, let us not talk over one another.
Sorry.
So, are we ready to do the first subject? I've got the randomizer created.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
Or
fine with
did you-
that.
Let's go.
Or did you have something you wanted to open with, Gabe?
My companion Roca, pages 9 and 10
All
are
right.
up now.
Hold on,
You
I'll
guys
put in
can
a
check
link.
it out.
I'll put in a link.
Gotta read it soon.
No, I'll be faster.
There is
Gotta
a dog.
read them
And-
all.
Where's the dog?
I'll be faster than a light.
Oh no.
Here we go. I think I put it in correctly.
You can either read the webtoon or become a patron and give Gail all your money.
Do it.
Thank you.
Hand him over your whole bank account.
There we go. There's Gabe's website and the link to my companion Roca.
Nice.
Yay. Thank you.
It's all set up.
I
Guys,
hear,
we're pretty-
Ebony wants some stream attention.
Yeah.
You can,
She's
you
like-
can
Sorry.
hear. Damn.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
okay.
we can.
Very like.
How
quiet.
is she doing, Gapey?
Ebony? Oh, she's fine. She's vibing, barking to the dogs in the next door.
Hey.
She just
Conversation.
yeah.
The screaming has begun.
She's
Great.
discussing this year's E3.
Oh yeah.
Discussing how amazing Gabe is.
Am I disgusting?
There's a monkey in my house. Help me.
You're not disgusting.
You're
You're
amazing. He said amazing.
You are the pog chimp.
You're so beautiful,
Jim.
Gabe.
Oh, okay. I heard disgusting for some reason. I don't know.
Don't worry, Gabe. I find you disgusting. More than anyone else.
Aw.
Thank you.
God
I love you
damn.
too.
And I find you disgustingly sexy. Cool.
Okay then. That escalated very quickly.
But
I find you disgustingly
anyway,
monkey.
So,
Objects.
who is ready for the first subject?
I am.
So,
That's the
yeah, why not?
brought forward by Binio,
Oh,
Ubisoft, the game company, is switching focus to mobile games. What do people
What?
think of this? Or do you think it's just a big nothing burger?
May I go first?
Go ahead.
sure.
So I personally didn't know about this, but now I'm both horrified and I'm also not a big fan because Ubisoft is already shady as fuck. And I don't want no shady company in my mobile games market. Now, mobile games are already shady as is. Ubisoft added to the mix is just gonna be bad, and also I like some of Ubisoft's games. I swear to God, if Far Cry 6 is gonna be a mobile game, I am going to scream.
Don't worry,
Loudly.
you'll be screaming.
I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. We're all scared.
Oh,
I could go next if video's cool with that.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, so I feel like, well, this is my first time hearing about this news, but I feel like, well, Ubisoft is already a pretty shady company. 2, the mobile games market is already pretty shady, but also just pretty garbage. So I'd say it depends on how Ubisoft goes about it. Maybe it'll make it more like, the best case scenario would be Ubisoft makes good games that aren't like freemium games, you know, that are quote unquote free but make you pay a bunch of microtransactions.
Yeah.
I want more games in the mobile game market that are really good games that you pay for and just play. You know, you don't have to pay more in microtransactions than you do for the base price.
Well, unfortunately, those times seem to be long gone when you can just buy the full game for a set price. I remember it was the best during the early iPhone days when you get like the full 3D games and they weren't packed with microtransactions.
Back in the
At that
days
time.
when Angry Birds was at its peak.
Yeah,
Also,
basically.
quick note, you have a highlighted message, Gib?
Oh,
Can you draw Leon Kuwata from Danganronpa Trigger Happy? I have no idea what any of those words mean, except for Danganronpa. I know it's a game.
They tried to make the shooter game. Let me see
It's
if I
a
can look at
game
the
about
character and send
murdering
it to you.
school children.
Yep.
I know the Game Grumps
So-
played it, but I didn't
So
watch
it's right up your alley, Mark.
Oh,
It's kind of like Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright.
but worse.
Oh, he's the baseball boy.
Oh yeah.
He looks like he should be
He's-
singing like punk rock at a church.
When I look at him,
Trust
when-
me, if you think he looks bad, you should look at Mondo.
when I looked at him the first time, I was like, oh yeah, that's anime version of Griffin, of course.
Oh my
You're,
fucking
oh god, it's Red-Headed Griffin. Oh
Eh?
god, I'm gonna just send him a picture. I'll go, we found you in anime. Let's see what he does.
No, look up Mondo, Carl. Look up Mondo.
I can in a bit. I first have to troll my
no.
friends before I continue my job.
Hmm.
Kinda did seem like that. But yeah, Ubisoft, I love you. I love that company. I used to love that company. I still do love some of their games, but seeing what they are doing right now is pretty concerning. And I just hope that for this year's E3 they're gonna deliver on their press conference, and they just maybe they're gonna bring back some of the long like forgotten franchises of theirs, like Beyond Good and Evil, maybe some new Rayman game, who knows.
Rayman is
Rayman game?
like Rayman is like totally abandoned franchise. It all finished on some mobile games and Rayman Legends.
What's a Rayman? I don't know what a Rayman is. I'm just kidding.
It was like the Ubisoft mascot back in the days. Like
Yeah, I know what Rayman is. Don't worry. The rabbits replaced him.
Now, I was going to quickly ask Gabe, do you play any mobile games, or did you used to play mobile games in the past?
Well, let's say I'm the kind of child / teenager / young adult that never had a phone. So my first phone, I got it in 2017, and yeah, at that time, like something I would have played probably would have been Angry Birds Flappy Bird. That looked very interesting, fun. And yeah, that's about it. Like otherwise, I don't think I was interested in anything. And then 2017 happened. I just didn't have time to like play games. I had a smartphone at that back then, yes, but just didn't have time or to be interested in any games. But yeah, no, that my my childhood mobile games, I guess you can call it, is the Snake game back in the Nokia days. So
Nick was
Hell
the
yeah.
best back in the days.
yes.
I was going to say quickly that an interesting note on this is that actually everyone should not be surprised by this, because Ubisoft's been doing this a while. They've been making a series of games that are based off their franchises but more mobile made. I'm trying to remember the name of it. There was a version of it with, like, for example, they made a Hitman game where the game became a puzzle of moving like chess pieces to do the assassination.
Yeah, and that's wait, you're saying that that's Ubisoft? That's not Ubisoft. Wait, did I?
Wait, hold on.
Hitman is not from Ubisoft.
Wait, I thought it was from
It's
Ubisoft.
not.
No.
No, it's from IO
Dang it.
Interactive.
Good job.
Oh.
He's a little confused, but he got the spirit. Am I right, boys?
Oh, it's
It-
Square
it-
Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix Europe and normal one, and also Warner Bros.
Well, there goes my entire theory.
Yeah,
But
but
hey,
it's just like, yeah, the bottom line is, like, imagine you have this one of your favorite video game companies from your times as a kid. Then they start going just completely off the rails with whatever they're doing.
I'm sorry
It's
to
kind of
go.
like- oh,
No. Finish your sentence first.
I kind of wanted to compare it to, like, imagine Toby Fox suddenly saying that the new Undertale games are all gonna be free to play on mobile, and to play the
Jesus.
game you have to, I don't know, buy sans crystals, and every crystal costs you $5.
I was going to
Play
say
the
that.
game.
I was going to say for me the difference is that if Toby Fox said, "Hey, I'm making it for mobile," I'm like, it still has a good chance of being a good game, because I don't expect as much out of Ubisoft as I used to. Whereas, like, I don't know. Toby Fox, he's proven he can do good stuff, even in bad conditions. Like the new Pokemon games, they weren't the best, but the best song in it was made by Toby Fox.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Also, Gabe, have you played any Ubisoft games as a kid, maybe? Or any?
Define Ubisoft. I really don't know.
Rayman, Beyond Good and Evil, Prince of Persia, Far
Their fan
Cry,
favorite creation,
No,
rabbits. Everybody loves them.
Raving Rabbits,
Oh Lord.
the one on the Wii.
Rabbits? Okay,
The
so
Rabbits games.
of course I'm familiar with the Rabbits game, but I never played it. But I love the Rayman series, but I never played it either. But yeah,
Surprisingly, that some of the best games come from a French company.
Well, that's not very surprising because their major competitors are 3 different companies that are all in California. So they're able to very much, because of the relation with France to the rest of the world, they're actually able to leverage a lot more talent internationally to have a much more varied lineup. So that I'm not surprised with.
Wait,
Also,
hold on.
yeah,
Did you say like the competitors from California?
Yeah, so EA is in California.
Yeah, I
Activision
just
is in Southern
noticed
California.
that.
Yeah.
I just noticed that the Electronic Arts is from California.
Yep, I've been
Yeah.
to that building,
Oh no.
and I've interviewed for Take-Two. They're all here. They're all here near the Bay Area, except for Activision,
Holy
which is near
crap.
Hollywood.
Horizon swinging with the big boys.
I am more like the tiny fish that clamps onto the side of the shark and goes, "I'm riding along."
nice.
Just like me on the streams.
Yep.
What the hell?
Well, I got to put my mouth to some good use. But anyway,
Can you look
Anyway.
up Mondo?
I will now. Fine, fine. Is that what you want? Is that what you
Yes.
want? Okay, Mondo. That.
Mondo
It's
as
the
in-
guy. It's the guy whose hair looks kind of like a.
Phallic object.
No, I was thinking of like a weird
what?
pastry. But I love. Okay, guys, enjoy this image. It is. Somebody tried to make a cosplay.
Oh my god.
That I like.
That
the hell?
is style.
Why the hell?
Okay, that was fun.
Okay, someone stole Josuke's hairstyle from
Pretty much.
freaking
yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and he's not happy about it.
I mean, imagine.
It
It's.
does look like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what the hell?
Imagine Josuke had an elephant trunk on his hair, and you got it. Oh yeah, he also got the collar. Yeah, pretty much this character's point is to be Yosuke. So I've looked at him. I'll rate him a 3 out of 10, and we'll move along. So, do you guys want to move on to the next subject, or do you have anything else to say about Ubisoft?
We could move on to
I think not.
Jack.
Also, Patrick, you want to say something like when I was talking at one point?
I mean, honestly, now I forgot about it. So let's move on.
Okay.
Because it's just because Carl just like busted in between my words and I just forgot.
My apologies. My apologies.
No worries.
It's normal.
No worries.
It's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
here's one.
just gotta get used to it.
Here's one you may like, Gabe.
Mm.
This was a question by me. When is it okay to take a shortcut in art?
Oh.
Ah. Oh God. That's a debate. A lot of people will tell you that it's not okay to take shortcuts. All of DeviantArt will tell you that it's not okay to take shortcuts. But in that case, then it's not okay to use references, blah, blah, blah. But it's not true. I guess, I don't know, look at the industry, stuff that I didn't know until I went to college and learned about the industry. Everyone, and I mean everyone in the industry, use shortcuts of some sort. Like what I'm doing right now, having built the background in 3D first and then like draw on top of it. That's something that a lot of, what's it called, webcomic artists do in... What's it called? In the, I know in like movies, like people that work in movies, they tend to do like the first how you call it, like the sketch of a background. They have to use like a photo mesh or whatever that's called. Like you grab a lot of photos, and then you just put them together to turn them into something else. So basically, you're not tracing, but you're using a picture that already exists and put it in the picture. That's just for the concept, though. But it's very important that you use that, to use a real life picture, so you get an idea of what it's gonna look like, blah blah blah. So it's always good to take shortcuts, but stuff like shortcuts that still allow you to be creative, that stuff that comes like I don't know. For example, okay, tracing a drawing that already exists, or something from real life that already exists, like just straight up tracing on top of something that is not okay. But there's still people that do it, blah blah blah. So I would say, like, I guess when you're on a budget and you're on a time limit, if you can use all the shortcuts, you can use the background references, use I don't know how you call it, those 3D models that of characters that you can move around for poses and all that. That's very good too, because that also teaches you how to learn teaches you how to draw perspective and poses and stuff. So, like, yeah, it's always okay to take shortcuts if it has to do with like time. If you want to, like, I guess, well, it comes to like yourself too. If you want to be like, yeah, I did this from scratch, then hell yeah, go ahead and like and do it. But when it's a commission or you're working in a project and you don't have the time to spend doing all of that and putting yourself to the test, then yeah, it's fair. It's always fair to take shortcuts. So yeah, what's it called? I don't know. Like, you guys have seen in Disney, the old Disney movies, like they would have a person act out the I don't know, like the Little Mermaid. They would have a lady that's like in the pose of what they needed, and then people would draw her for reference and stuff. Like they would reference from real life people, and also the movements and all. So it's like, it's not unheard of. It's very good to take shortcuts. Yes, even the big dogs do it. Big Disney do it. Daddy Disney. But yeah, so just don't trace, kids. That's all. That's all I ask. Don't trace.
That's what I wanted to say. When you take shortcut, don't be sure to navigate that shortcut correctly.
But tracing is the worst thing possibly existing in the art world.
Yeah.
An important thing to say is that when you are beginning to learn, you are going to be copying other people.
Yeah.
And as you learn what to copy and when you don't have to copy is an important skill.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just don't be like Butch Hartman, for example. And
Don't be a butch.
Don't even come near Butch Hartman. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there you go. There's the phrase for the day. Don't be a butch.
Yes.
Don't even come near to being a butch.
That is a fucking moral, dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A moral for today's story.
Don't be a butch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized that can be considered a pun. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What?
perfect.
There's
Don't be
many
a butch.
reasons.
Let's replace one of the letters.
Similar.
Eh?
Oh, I see.
Wait, what?
Don't be a
Finger.
bitch.
Oh.
Fast brain, big brain. Sorry.
Finger says
So,
more like
yeah, that's a big brain time.
I like fingers, yeah. Go ahead.
don't be a butcher or her.
Yep.
Don't butcher your art.
Yep,
Yeah,
that is incredibly
exactly.
important.
Don't butch your art.
And I was going to say, as I was saying in chat, I think an important thing to note is that, yes, a professional knows when they can and cannot use a shortcut, whereas an amateur does not. Another important part is, like, if you remember, Gabe, we watched a video about a strange man named Henry Darger. Do you remember that?
Not the name, but what was
He
that
was the
about?
person that made those, like, this art based off of, like, he made this entire fantasy land for himself based off of, like, newspaper clippings, and he was famous for having unusually long names.
Oh right, yeah. I remember now.
Yeah. He made a series of works called The Realms of the Unreal. I will say it is something that is, while fascinating, has some problematic stuff, so be careful looking that up.
Oh,
So, but pretty much the person would use newspaper clippings to create this, world where this one country and another country are going to war, and it's about these like 11 princesses that are trying to survive the war. And it's mostly made. It's a completely self-taught person, partly using newspaper, partly using paint and whatever paper he could find to make this.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So pretty much what he did was collage of stuff that already exists. So I guess you can call it, he would sometimes like use the same drawing and like trace over it to be like, oh, I need like a crowd in the background, but I only have like 2 characters from these newspapers. So I'm gonna just copy it and like draw many of them. But I don't know. I guess that's something that maybe nowadays would be like frowned upon because you have all of the. Back then, the guy didn't have the tools that we have now. So pretty much he did what he could with what he had, and he made something completely new. I guess that's the thing, that it's okay to, well, I guess trace, well, let's not call it trace, but like use a heavy reference in order to create something new, like something like fair use, fair use of a picture.
wow.
So, yeah.
Safe from NFT, hopefully.
Fuck NFTs though. Fuck NFTs.
Coming soon in 2000, like in 2025, GaelRice is selling his NFT token.
No.
Oh God.
That's so
Kun's
cursed.
mother for sale only for 100 million platanitos.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
platanitos are more worth than just money.
That's gonna be a waste of platanitos.
That's gonna be a new value in the world, platanitos.
That's what I call a platanito scheme.
Oh, yes.
Those TPBNJ, at this point, I'm convinced Disney is gonna make a live-action version of every animation they have. I mean, sounds pretty. Yeah, that's a thing that
Wait.
Oh,
They're
other people are afraid of.
They're
Live
making a
action version of every animation? Oh my god.
they're making a live action on Little Mermaid, and the actress is Rihanna. Okay, I heard that she was gonna be black, and that's. Hey!
Hey,
Finger resubscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yay! That's a banana for me. Yay! Thank you. Oh my god. No, but like I heard that she was gonna be black, and it was like I guess it doesn't make much sense because isn't it supposed to be in Denmark or whatever? Like people are white there, but also Rihanna. Like okay, I don't know anything if she acts or anything, but that smells to me like Disney just dragging in another big name for the sake of having a big name in their movie, like it happened with the. With the Hermione girl in the Beauty and the Beast, whatever her name was. So
Just for the sake of reputation.
So I don't know. Like I'm all for black Ariel. Like yeah, whatever. But Rihanna, like I don't know how she acts. Again, I have no idea. But my God, it sounds like.
Disney at this point is like, oh, okay, we're gonna make Aladdin more Arabic. We're gonna make freaking Beauty and Beast more French. All those stuff. Little Mermaid? Oh no, that one has to be. That one you have to modify a little bit. No, we don't want. We don't want a blue mermaid. Who wants
I
a
think
blue mermaid? Blue
Initially,
white.
sorry. Initially, I was a little bit like, why are they doing this? And then I stopped caring as much. And then I see it's Rihanna. I was like, oh, that's why. It's not because it actually represents anything. It's because we got Rihanna for this long. We need to do money. We need money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
essentially it.
Two things. Okay, there's one thing about Hollywood, if we're at this topic, that pissed me off recently. it's that they're replacing the Bond character, James Bond, 007, with a woman. She's like the woman is supposed to take over the role.
Here's the thing.
And
That,
internet's kind of fuming because, well, none of the James Bond book said he was a woman. That's first of all, and second of all, I mean that kind of role. I don't really see how that kind of a role of a secret spy that sleeps with every woman he meets can fit to a female in a way.
I would say historically you actually can do that. Some of the most famous spies the Soviet Union had were women, as well as the SAS, I believe it was called. It was the Special Action Services of the British.
It's still on. It's called the SAS. It's wonderful. I've met a number of SAS agents, and they're all very highly trained, but also really cool people. 10/10 would recommend.
One of the things I was going to say, though, that's important, though, is that if they were like, hey, it's James Bond's daughter, I'd be like, okay, this is cool.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
Or if they're like, we're doing a remake and we wanted it to be a girl because we wanted it, I'd be like, that's completely fine. Just do what you want. It's the fact that it's like, don't worry, nothing's going to change. Everything's different, but nothing's going to change. I'm like, just, come on, man.
Like if you want to show that you care for women, just make it its own franchise. Don't modify the one that people love in the world. So at that moment.
Here's the sad news. There's a reason they're doing this. So there was
James Bond will give them money.
Exactly. There actually was recently a movie. I can't remember the name, unfortunately. It was made in the early 2010s, and it involved the main character is based off of a real woman, a anti-drug agent that the United States that was operating in Mexico, and they. When they're like, hey, this story's amazing, and the producers are like, yes, can you make that agent a guy though? And the people are like, what? Why? And they said, we can prove money-wise that less people are going to show up. And the director instead said, we'll take a lower budget so that won't be a problem. And the studio said, okay, fine, as long as you have a lower budget, we'll do it. And sadly, it was correct. A lot of people did not initially watch the movie because it had a female main lead, sadly.
Whoa.
So that's the thing, is Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood is acting in ways that sadly make sense.
Money-wise, yeah, I mean,
it's changing, but slowly. Yep.
We truly do live it. Oh, sorry.
I'll say it is changing very slowly.
We truly do live in a society, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Society taken over by money.
Speaking of societies,
Oh no.
Gabe,
Yeah.
would you like to talk to the crowd about Oaxis by Butch Hartman came out, and it's beyond disappointing.
Oh, no.
Speaking of clowns.
Speaking of clowns. Oh my god. So I saw Saber Spark made a video about the subjects, and okay, for those who don't know, and you guys may be very disappointed with me, I did pledge money to Oaxis because it just looked interesting, and it's like, whoa, a new platform where like you can have a chance to like have your own show too, and like it's gotta be family friendly though, but that's okay, I don't mind being family friendly. But yeah, okay, first of all, yeah, I did my experience with the with the Kickstarter. Something I don't know if I've talked about this before, but pretty much I pledged, I forgot how much it was, but it wasn't too much, but it was like either the reward was either a shout out for my YouTube channel, or like they would send me like a sketchbook of Danny Phantom or something, and I'm like, I don't have use for a sketchbook, so I'll take the shout out. But then I got an email, like after a while, I got an email from Butch Hartman saying like, sorry, we cannot do the shout out to your channel because it's not family friendly. And I was like,
oh my god, I remember that.
Oh my god, that's
What an idiot. What a just. What a
from
shame.
then,
Like-
I was already like losing faith, and I'm like, well, okay, at least Oaxis is still happening, right? It's been 3 years.
I was gonna.
And if I remember correctly, it was probably because of the smooch video.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
because-
the smooch video was like the first thing that shows up when you went to my channel back then. So
Oh, that's
That
even
must
dumb.
be
I
like,
thought it'd be
no,
because
no.
of swear words or something, but no, it's because of kiss, lesbian kiss.
lesbian kiss, yeah.
That's because
That's not Christian enough. That's a no.
That's a fucking
Yeah,
that brings a fucking disrespect to the LGBT community.
We cannot.
I mean,
we
just
cannot
off
have a.
the target.
We cannot have a content like that on a platform that was clearly said to be Christian from the beginning, because of course he said that, right? Of
Yeah,
course he
the
didn't.
pitch, I don't remember anywhere that he said that this was gonna be something Christian or anything. Much later, I found out the whole him being like very overly Christian, and then there's this that short show that he made about the Christian sheep and a lion or something, and then
Oh yeah.
in the edit
Yeah.
and shit. And like from then on, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, fuck, whatever. I already lost the money, so I don't care.
No,
But also,
no,
the a thing that I find super shady is that the Oaxis thing Kickstarter didn't have enough at first, and then like one day before the end of the campaign, suddenly he had like the $200,000 that he needed. It's like, whoa. Maybe one or many people like pledged like immediately. It was more than half that he still had yet to make, I think. So it was like, I guess I don't know what happened there.
What a coinky ding.
Yeah.
So-
I have a theory of why Butch Hartman would do that.
Why?
Like everything. Like one day, he just woke up, took a few too many drinks, and decided to go to church and announce his Oaxis TV streaming platform. And then he was like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Whoops." But now he had to roll with it.
Imagine-
It's a Christian platform now. It's a Christian platform.
Allow me to say something. Imagine like the Oaxis, like they are not applying people that that make content that contains some like LGBT stuff. But they apply content where people can even say dicks, bitches, and stuff.
Oh god. Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
No, the
Well,
the actual platform that came out in actually Savior Spark again made a video. I saw that this morning. That the Oaxis site like appeared like out of nowhere. Like it's like, okay, so there is Oaxis. It looks like a low budget, like I don't know, a weak site that anyone can do, and it just has videos in it.
Like an
Um,
indie site.
Eh?
Like an indie website.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like anywhere near what you would expect from a 200,000 budget. So it's like, where did that go? Where did all that go? And the site was up only for like 2 days. Now the site is down. So, but I guess you can look it up. There are videos of people going through the site and all. And it's such a shit show too, because a lot of the videos featured seem to be like, I don't know, Butch Hartman stuff, a drawing that's very ugly by Butch Hartman, Among Us 2, Minecraft 2, like very silly things that you would see in like YouTube Kids. So
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah, they also have a very
Thank you,
suggestive
I take-
thumbnail from Screen
Oh.
Rant on there.
And I'm like, thank you. I take Elsa and Spider-Man videos any day of the week over that shit. You might as well just go back to YouTube and
yeah,
and you
there
got
was
your cringe right there.
there was something like Elsa X Star Wars or
Spice.
whatever. Like,
Yeah, Elsa X Spider-Man. You know the dark times of YouTube. And Butch Hartman is like, oh, I can monetize that on my own website. Like
Yeah.
similar type of content.
Yeah, all his
Oh,
website needs, all his website needs is like videos from deep web. Yet.
All this website actually needs is a big banner that says, "I have your money. You can't do anything."
Yeah.
I
Also,
mean,
just-
Gabe. Oh,
no,
sorry, you
you
first,
go
you first.
first.
I want to ask Gabe. Gabe, have you seen the drawing of Mikasa by Butch?
Wait,
The
what?
Mikasa have you seen the drawing that Butch Hartman made of Mikasa? The fan art.
Right, I saw that he.
Was-
Well, it looks like way too close to a drawing that already exists. That it was a fan art or something, and it's like that must have cost like $200, and yeah. If anything, I've seen the art community on Twitter going like, hey, if you're like self-conscious about selling commissions or about your art, don't be, because Butch Hartman is selling this for $200.
Oh my god! I mean, look at this.
That actually helped me when I started to do photography commissions. By the way, I do photography commissions.
Ah, yes, shameless plug.
Look,
Uh,
but
oh yeah, Gail.
don't
Yeah?
be like Butch.
I just wanted to say, Butch Hartman, like he's not just a homophobic bastard; he's an ableist bastard. He and his wife actually, like at their church, run a Christian program where it's like, we'll use Christianity to cure your kid's autism.
And your kid's ADHD. He like everything
Yeah.
about him just gets worse every time.
Really, I thought it was just autism.
Oh,
Anyway,
ADHD is-
one of the important questions is we are varying away a bit from the art that Butch is making, and also, is this what Gabe wants right now?
Fair
What?
enough.
We all need to ask ourselves that.
Oh, the Christian. I guess we can step away from that, but yeah, I mean, again, I could argue that this is referenced, right? Because it's still like the Butch Hartman style or whatever, but it's literally like I don't know. Like one thing is to just copy the pose, and I've done that too, like copy a pose, but. It's kind of a taboo to use reference from a drawing. It's better to use reference from real life, because it's a drawing. Imagine it's like digested food. Like a drawing is digested food, so you're digesting someone else's digestion, so it's not gonna come out very good. So
I do reference art from time to time, just for exact details. You know, like where exactly is that clothing part placed or whatever, you know, like what color is the character's eyes again, you know, something like that.
yeah, and that's fine. Like I mean, yeah, if you're using reference from another drawing, but for the purpose of getting the what's it called, the design right, yeah, that's completely different. You're making sure that the design is right. You're not doing a redesign or a reimagining. You know, you're doing fan art or something. So yeah, that's fine. It's just the problem is when you copy exactly what you're seeing there and you try to make it look your style, but not exactly. That still doesn't look like Butch Hartman style. It's just like Butch Hartman fucking traced.
Yeah, like because of his like commissions, many people have been doubting like how much of the actual art for his own TV series he actually did. How much of it was his own work, how much of it was outsourced. I
Yeah,
remember people.
Can I put in a stupid theory?
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, remember that back when he worked for Nickelodeon, his art was better, and Nickelodeon is famous for its slime. Do you think him drinking the slime made him a better artist? And now that it's been a long time since he's gotten that slime, the artisticness has left his body.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The
I
slime.
mean, that would make sense.
That's clearly what's going on.
He consumed
Wake up,
the
people.
slime. Or maybe it's just that the more maybe it's just that, I don't know, like when he was at Nickelodeon, he really had to prove himself as an artist, so he actually worked hard at his work. But now that he is relying on nostalgia and recognizability and the platform of I made your childhood, now he doesn't have to work anymore, and now he can just do whatever he wants for a little bit of extra cash.
Yeah, exactly.
So, also all the art I'm noticing, they have the same kind of color palette as Crayola, like crayons.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So it's like when the skin tone is this strange orange, and you're like, oh.
Oh god.
Welcome back to Cartoon Network, kids. How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah. That's really how it, like I used to be subscribed to him and I used to like look forward to his videos and all, but at first when it's like, yeah, I created Danny Phantom, I'm gonna talk about that, the experience for the parents, but like he just kept going and going. He just trying to like make the videos like the thumbnails and the titles trendy enough for people to click on them, and it's like, what are you? You're just milking like people's nostalgia at this point. Like it's like me if I were to be like, hey, remember Fishy Love? I did it, and this is like the 200th video I talk about it, right? It's like, it's fine to talk about it, but there's so much more that you could do, and he's just, I don't know.
It's essentially the one joke I make, like one joke I used to do where it's like, Fishy Love the musical, Fishy Love the cinematic universe, Fishy Love the movie.
Pretty much.
Fishy Love.
But it's not
the same trendy concept over and over again until it becomes stale, but you keep on going with it forever.
But so it's that joke, but actually taken seriously. So it's like.
I remember the one good. Oh, sorry.
No, I was to say that basically Butch Hartman is a artist equivalent of One Hit Wonder.
He's a one-trick pony.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that the one decent video I once watched about Hartman where he wasn't trying to milk people's nostalgia was that he tried to do animation story times, but back when that was being a huge trend in YouTube.
Oh damn.
Basically, he did. It was actually kind of decent. He did an animation story time. The animation wasn't that good, but he was actually good at being entertaining. But he told a story about when he was little and how like a guy ended up dressing up as Spider-Man and went to Kmart and like for a meet and greet with fans, and that was entertaining. Like having Butch talk about his childhood and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mm.
But then, I subscribed for that, thinking he'd do more stuff like that, talking about his. He did another story time video at one point talking about how Danny Phantom got canceled or whatever. That was kind of interesting. But I think that was what it was called. But basically, I think he just did an animation story time talking about his career or something. The point is, and that was interesting. The point is that then most of the videos just became him drawing popular characters, but in his style, or drawing trendy thing, but it's another trendy thing, and it just became really, really boring.
Yeah, like I was into that, what Hartman draws in the Fairy Odd Parent style. I don't know, YouTubers. Like he drew a lot of like trendy YouTubers and stuff, and I thought that was cool at first. But then it just kept going and going and going. It's like there was a point where like I saw someone say like, if you're if Butch Hartman has drawn you in the Fairly Odd Parents style, you're already a successful YouTuber or something like that. It's like, yay, kill me. It's like
this is turning into that skit. Oh, you first.
Sorry, I just want to mention I'm gonna have a supper right now, so sorry guys, I have to leave for a few minutes.
No worries.
it's okay.
Bon
I can
appetit.
actually, thank you. I can actually make space for Griffin because I can see he wants to join his topics.
Yeah, I'm gonna go myself
yeah.
actually. But so everybody have a great day, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
you
you
have a good day
guys.
too.
Have a great day.
Remember, Butch Hartman
Have a
is
good
your
day.
skill.
Thank you.
Later.
Thank you for being Clickover. Yeah.
If
So, okay,
anyone,
so I'm gonna be gone for a few minutes, and then I might come back hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 We'll
See you
wait
guys.
for
See ya.
we'll wait for you.
bye.
Thank you.
If you get the reference in subjects, then you're amazing.
Huh? Let me check. Well, I don't. So, let me quickly go back. I'm going to add in the things that Griffin added, which are all very good topics. Copy.
Those look pretty
Pasta.
interesting.
So
Very interesting.
Ari Aster is a horror movie director, and he has done some very good, very scary films. And
is
one
this a
of those, I'm talking about
So Mark had responded to a question and it's Stop It, Ari Aster, which is a horror film person. Okay.
and he's written a film about a Swedish It's a horror film set in Sweden about a midsummer festival.
Oh,
About Swedish meatball.
where they burned
Midsummer?
down the giant goat. Also, hello, Griffin.
Hello.
Hi,
Also, I
Griffin.
believe the Yule goat is a winter thing.
Yeah, the Yule goat is a winter thing, my guy.
It's a fire thing, and I enjoy that.
You would, Ginger.
Yes.
Would I enjoy it, Pink Eye?
I mean, I can only assume as much. We haven't had nearly as many interactions, Mark.
I like to burn down buildings.
Yeah,
What can I say? I like fire. I like goats. Also, I like that the reshuffle of the list has given us a new subject if Gabe wants.
Sure.
Ooh.
So, Griffin, the evolution of VTubing and the importance of cultural diversity therein. So, if you're going to be giving us a college thesis, please state the school of thought you're coming from.
Of course. This one, I mainly, figured is relevant given, our host, today.
I'm a monkey.
A monkey American, yes. I said
Yeah.
monkey Mexican, yes.
Mexican.
Yeah, but that's just it. Like VTubing, like to my knowledge, because recently I've been doing like a fair bit of research on like VTubing and VR chat and all those things, and how it's sort of changed like the canvas of like freedom of expression on the internet and things like that. I feel like a lot of it primarily stemmed from what people saw of like the Japanese VTubers specifically, but I
Biggest
feel
first,
like
yeah.
I apologize. But I feel like as the trend becomes more and more popular, it's becoming that much more important for people to like show their colors, and not only in like, how they individually feel, but also just getting out more and more cultural representation. Like I've shown Gabe clips of this this Puerto Rican VTuber. Who like is constantly telling stories of like life in a Puerto Rican family and things like that. And like oftentimes a lot of, even if they are hailing from different countries, they will go with the typical like anime-esque art style, which I think is fine. But I also think it's really interesting to see more and more like really unique art styles that like not only reflect the sort of overall style the individual artist wants, but also lends more into like the expression of that culture. I mean, like our monkey boy here is a prime example of that.
I'm a Mexican monkey.
Yeah.
I think that's part of why like I did it this way. Like initially, I did want to make an anime character for VTuber because it's like, well, it's like that trend, the style. But then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna be myself, and I can be absolutely anything I want, and I want to be a hot monkey. Damn it!
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's not only super fucking cool, but I think it's also super fucking important that people like are more and more free to feel that freedom to express themselves when it comes to like if they want to get into VTubing or if they want to like just find other variants thereof, avenues to express themselves and contribute to and further progress that type of content. Because again, I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with like defaulting to the anime art style. If that is what you want to go with, like by all means, like you can still make an impact with that. But I also think it's really cool when people like think outside the box in that regard, and come up with approaches that have not been like as necessarily fleshed out in terms of like popular like depictions of like the VTuber genre.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
Now, here's an interesting question about this, though. So, VTubering, I believe is the technical term. It is technically a technical skill, as Gabe has shown in his creation of them. VTubers are almost becoming kind of a class of their own. What does this mean for many artists that do not have the skill, such as myself, to make our own VTube thing, where instead we have to either get someone's help or pay a very high price for these things?
Well, I feel like that's where like rigging services and like art commissions come in extremely handy. I mean, Gabe, I won't name names, but Gabe himself has disclosed that he has helped, another, person in his circle to help properly set up their VTubing rig. And rigging services, you do raise a valid point, Carl, and that rigging services and art commissions can get fairly expensive. But I think, like, much in the same sense, there are also people who offer services that can help them stand out in a competitive market especially with something like as booming as VTubing is right now. I think that's why it's important to not only do people want to get into VTubing, but also people want to help on the technical aspect to stand out in terms of like not only price ranges, but also the wide range of technical services they can provide. Like say if they want a special hair flip like what Gabe has got with his rig, or if they want specific animations that can be unlocked with like people donating, like that is all stuff that various like artists and tech riggers can provide. I mean, again, I feel it's no different than say Screelock, providing various audio mixing services to various types of like animation or other types of projects.
Speaking of redeeming things, someone redeemed an Ara.
Yeah.
What?
And even highlighted a message.
I sent you a message about that.
So redeem a curse thing. Where is it? Oh, Mischievous Puma? Puma! How dare you?
You know you want to.
I'm never ready. I put that there, not expecting it to exist.
Of course people are going to do it, Gabe. Now, take your medicine.
We got it. We got clean cut, ladies and gentlemen.
It has happened.
Hell yeah. Damn, you do it so good. Damn it, I want to do that.
I've literally never done it until now.
Well, also, you have a beautiful, buttery man voice, so
Thank
that
you.
helps.
I appreciate that. Speaking of the animes, though, I'm calling you the fuck out, Carl.
Yay! What did I do now?
You compared me to Leon Kuwata, you motherfucker.
No, I'm saying... Yep.
Yeah, fuck Danganronpa, but actually, no, that's mean.
I mean, I like Danganronpa. Leon Kuwata can go like,
oh no, he's an
himself
ass
with a rusty pike.
He's an ass.
Mondo.
He got what he deserved.
Everyone's like, oh, Mondo's just so misunderstood. No, fuck Mondo. Fuck Mondo with the rage of 1,000 suns.
God,
No, the important part is, I just like the fact that I'm like, we found your anime Sona.
The Logician is my anime Sona. Are you kidding?
No, Griffin, do you have the drawing I made of the Logician as this Danganronpa character that is not that one we're talking about?
Yeah, I should have that around somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes,
all your
please pull
fucking
it out.
sketches.
I'm just saying, this is the Logician that's ginger and their hair's grown out a bit.
Like, literally,
By the way,
Mondo did a hate crime. Fuck you, Mondo.
I mean, the same could be said for many members of the Danganronpa cast.
But that's actually, I did, if you guys want to check out Griffin's stuff, I put a link in the chat.
Thank you very much.
Carl chimping for Griffin.
I chimp for everybody. That's my job.
Yeah, he
You
does not
chimp for me?
discriminate. He
You
does not
chimp for me?
discriminate in his chimping.
A little bit, but that's generally if I don't like them.
Chimp Champ.
Wait,
Right, you have to create content in order to have chimps. You have to make.
I do Twitch streaming, my friend.
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
I do.
Oh God.
And I do shitty artworks.
Jesus.
Fuck you.
And I make trash.
Wait, I thought that was my job.
No. I
Don't
make
take my
professional
shtick from me.
trash.
Joke's on you, that was my job from the beginning of my life.
We're all doing this then? We're all jumping on the garbage bandwagon?
Someone else redeemed
You got
Donna
another
R.
one.
Trash wagon.
It's a
Get another
garbage truck?
I don't know which is worse, the Ara or the monkey pads. They're both out there.
Just do it, Gabe. Just do
Can I
it.
just say
Do it.
I loved that highlight reel, by the way.
Oh! Yay! Thank you. Oh god. Oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel now. Go check it out, maybe.
Hell
if
yeah, you
want.
do.
It's called Chimp Champs on YouTube.
First monkey channel.
Gabe, just do it. Just do it, Gabe. Just do it.
Rip the band-aid off.
Welcome, Binyo.
Everyone's silent.
Welcome back, Binyo.
Hello. The best part about that, Gabe?
What?
As you're going, I was hearing police sirens in the background outside my window.
FBI, open up!
FBI, open up.
Oh no! I'm not going back to jail.
The curse thing.
You're going to horny jail.
Gabe, it's the fish. It's the fish police.
No!
God, Undyne, not yet. We promised we're wearing our masks.
Who's getting
yeah.
arrested for? Who's getting arrested for the indecent hand feet exposure?
God damn it!
I'm still fucking proud. Not to humble brag here, but I'm still fucking proud of the mix I did for like that Undyne video.
I literally banged my foot against my desk when Gabe did ara ara.
God damn.
Oh, you mean the wear a mask one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot you.
I had so much fun, especially with like the Jurassic Park T-Rex roar. Like,
yeah,
show your face, you nasty.
Like, it's like I was not expecting anything. It just happened. I'm like, this is like beyond perfect. Like,
Guys,
also like the freaking the sound of the Mario 64 cannon thing when she puts the helmet down or whatever that thing is. It's like
I thought of that and I realized this is destined to happen now. There is no alternative.
So I have a question.
Question answered.
So could I try my hand at ara ara?
That is entirely up to
Bless you.
Bless you. That was so.
For reference, that does not count as an ara ara. Okay. Gonna mute myself for a second because I feel another one coming down.
Ara ara, police open up.
That's gonna go into sneeze compilation.
Oh yeah.
Let me try, Gabe. Let me try.
But
Are you okay with this, Gabe?
I'm not sure. You're 14.
Yeah, and you don't have platanitos. Only Gabe cannot accept platanitos.
Yeah, platanitos are like.
I have 500 platanitos to offer you, Gabe.
That's
Are
not
you
much.
actually offering to pay Gabe to let you go ara?
Yeah.
That's bribing.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
it's bribery.
That's bribery.
How do you think I won Little League?
The ara police is incoming.
All I can say is GFM Abrale.
God.
Also, I just wanted to say I should have started with that. Hi Griffin, nice to see you again.
Hello, nice to see you again. A bit of belated, but
It's fine. It's fine. It's never too late.
Oh, yeah.
To chimp.
oh yes,
But I'm elated. Haha.
it is.
But
And I'm excavated because I am a fossil.
Oh yeah.
I know that feeling, bro. I start to feel like a fossil every day.
I almost fell off my chair, I guess.
Jesus, what are you doing in that? Actually, don't answer that.
Having a rave.
Okay. Well, I mean,
oh, but dude,
get
sorry.
that glow stick energy out now.
Yeah. Now that you can. No, but did you find the Danganronpa art I did?
I've been looking and I've been finding some interesting things from the past year. I'm specifically trying to remember what I named the Danganronpa one.
Oh god.
Oh god.
He's gonna
so
take us back to the
Danganronpa-
past.
Oh wait, no. Oh shit, I found it. God damn it.
There it is.
Oh,
It's just as cursed as I remember it too.
Yay!
boys.
Should
it
I
comes.
post it in the end call?
Yeah, please.
Yanko.
Okay.
Please do, sir.
Let me see
Here you
how
go,
cursed
you
that was.
sick fucks.
hey,
It's
look at that boy.
fingers in my ass Saturday, I guess.
Wow.
There it is.
Yo.
My fingers are itchy.
Jesus.
I will say
my
the
God.
best part is that you are 2/3 leg.
Yeah, I mean, just like a real animu.
I'm 2/3 leg as well. How do you think?
Don't think I'm not gonna call you out for your own self-anime depictions too, Gabe.
Oh, okay, shut up. That was for a song cover.
Yeah. just tan. Okay, yeah. Just turn the eyes blue and the hair brown, and you have
Griffin.
Again, you laugh now. Don't think you're free of this either, Carl.
I'm not.
No.
I know I'm not. I am
I
a
be-
sinner, and that is fine.
you
Can I be
Yeah, that's me.
absconded from my sins, sir?
God, well, it
I
depends
forgot
on
about
what you plan on
this.
committing.
Dank memes.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's
Yeah.
me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at him. He's the fucking mascot of the next Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's
the
how I died,
4chan
by the
thing.
way.
The 4chan.
Guess how I die?
You get drowned in gold coins like
No,
a
no,
farmer in a
rainbow
silo.
laser. No, rainbow laser.
Jesus.
Oh, so you don't get to do the farmer special.
Get
No,
on
we're like,
it
that's
has to be
shit
ironic.
on this.
The executions have to be ironic in that game, remember?
Jesus, Benio.
Holy shit. Oh, that's a dedicated holy shit moment.
What Danganronpa character would I be, my friends?
I'm guessing
I don't
one
know.
of Monokuma's kids.
Yes, kids?
Yes, in the third game.
Oh. Yeah. Kuma Fox? I can't believe it.
No! Don't ever say those two words together again!
I mean,
Twist.
how else though?
God.
Have you ever heard of the Greek mythology?
Let's
No.
not get into Greek mythology because I feel that's even dirtier than
Athena would like to know your location.
God.
Anyway,
Okay, we are turning this boat around. Gabe, are you ready?
All right.
sure.
All right, number 2. Okay, who did this?
Lettuce.
Okay,
That's number
actually, I'm trying to
15,
figure out-
Bigno.
oh, this is from Patry.
Oh.
Inspiration to make artwork. What
I
inspires you to make?
I haven't gotten the subject yet.
Hey,
It's
don't get
randomly
there,
selected. You dominated the last one in random selection, so someone else gets a turn.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, that's actually a really good subject to delve on because oftentimes it can definitely be hard to find inspiration. Is it specifically inspiration behind specific works or finding the inspiration to work on things in general?
I was going to say if I can open up this, I can say that for myself, I only draw what I want other people to see or to appreciate because honestly, I don't really draw for myself that often. I use drawings to express how I feel to others. But if it's a thing of just only I would want to see it, I never draw it.
I guess. Yeah,
I mean-
it depends. Yeah, it depends on what inspires you.
Yeah, because that's the funny thing. I'm kind of the opposite, Carl. Not in the sense of drawing because I can't and don't draw for or the damn. But in terms of general creativity, I do the first thing that comes to mind, and I stubbornly see it through whether I like it or not.
I'm the same with books and stuff. I remember the stream that you did last night, Carl. You brought up Empress Teresa,
Yep.
and
boy.
I suffered. I read that book. I suffered through Empress Teresa. It was bad. Whatever your favorite YouTuber said about it, you cannot begin to comprehend how awful it is.
I listened to him read it.
Yeah, it's even worse when you have to read it. And I was like, okay, Mark, I know this is horrible, but you gotta push through it. That was actually part of when quarantine first started, and I challenged myself to read the worst books I can, so I read all 3 Onision books and Empress Teresa.
Why would you
What?
do that to yourself?
Because it was quarantine.
Were they at least so bad they were good?
No,
Were they
It's
just-
Onision.
it's Onision, and it's also, imagine, this is how Teresa is written, for those who don't know. Imagine the most incel, red-pilled man wrote his ideal girl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Onision.
That's both Onision and Norman.
How about we move on
Yeah.
from there and go
Yes.
back to what inspires us to make art?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Oh
would
yeah,
like to
where
go
did
next?
that come from? What
That
does
was
have
from
to do with
Patrick.
it?
A little out of left field.
That was from me.
That was from Patry.
Yeah, no, I mean the whole books ratings. I thought you were gonna talk about you writing or something. It's
No, I do
also write.
Wait, who?
okay.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think one of the favorite things that I've written, it's a horror novel. Not a novel. It's a horror short story, and it's about pineapples.
I
So
already don't like where this is going.
What?
if you don't know what pineapples do, the reason that your tongue feels tingly when you eat them is because they contain a compound that breaks down meat. The pineapples are eating you as you're eating it. That is why if you grind pineapples into a paste and then you marinate meat in it, it becomes soft because it deconstructs the muscle fibers inside of it. So
That means
It's true.
Yeah,
Same
that
with
means
like-
pineapple is gonna scare me for life now.
yeah, so it gets worse. It gets worse.
guys,
But before we go on to that, I think Carl
Yeah.
may have an interjection here.
I was going to say
Yeah.
we are getting very off topic.
Yeah, again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have to agree with Carl on this one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what inspires other people here to make art? This includes writing and other things.
Yeah, Gabe, I'm not sure you elaborated as much on your approach.
Yeah.
Not yet. Let's see. Okay, I think it depends on what inspires you. So it depends on the person. When what inspires me mainly is to know that I'm doing something entertaining for other people. So like, okay, I'm like kind of on the side of like what Carl does. Like if I'm doing something, I want to share it and I want people to like to enjoy it, right? And maybe make someone smile or something. That's my entire premise. And then there's seeds too. But then
You know what? That's fair. To be fair, I kind of pushed Seeds 2 onto you. So
no, dude, it's about Undyne. It's like, I'm there for Undyne. And, like,
however, I'll say this much: come Seeds 3, we're mainly I'm gonna say this already, no spoilers, but we're probably gonna be taking it a little easier and doing it more audio play style with single images, so that you can actually sleep.
oh, sure, no, but still, it's still like it's like my. I guess it's
Passion
it's
project.
one
Yeah.
that I can say it's a personal, like 100% personal project. Like I really don't like mind if it doesn't get out there. Same with the Game Grumps animation. I did it because I want to like put myself to the test, see how much I can push myself to do something I've never done before. I've never done like fighting and all that stuff. And I want to be able to say that I did it. Like it's not for the money. It's just because I want to do it, right? But otherwise, what inspires me is knowing that someone out there is going to enjoy it. Someone out there that maybe is having a bad day is gonna like come home and smile for at least for 5 seconds. But at least I helped, right? That's what makes me happy. That's what made me start animating in the first place. And yeah, like the whole VTubing stuff, me being a monkey and all, like I'm just so happy that it brings joy to people and like so yeah, when it comes to drawing though, like that's the thing that like when it comes to like drawing, like I'm like today I'm gonna draw fan art, like it's very hard to find that inspiration because I was like, what am I doing this for? Is it for me? Is it for the audience? Is it to grow on the internet? Like, I have to think too much. I know that's not very healthy though, because it's better as an artist. It's better to draw for yourself, and you will eventually attract people that likes the stuff that you do by being you, by the stuff that you do because you like it. But you shouldn't like draw like for other people only if you're not having fun and all that.
Like forcing yourself to do art.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
So yeah, I guess that's a little dilemma. I do have that in part of my I do have that in my brain sometimes, like yeah. But no. If sometimes like you're out of if you don't know what to draw or anything, I always say, hey, you should like practice like stuff that probably you've never done before. I don't know if you're like if you like drawing, I don't know what's hard for you. Is it hard for you to draw backgrounds? Then when you don't have anything to do, just grab a photo or like draw your room or just find something and draw it. It's experience. It's XP. So yeah, maybe this won't get out there. Maybe this won't be like the next amazing art from you. But you're gonna have that experience. Every drawing is an experience. You know, it's an XP.
Yeah, and you also raise a very important point, I think, Gabe, which is that oftentimes like inspiration can be sort of self-conflicting. Like on the one hand, you can have like one source of inspiration that tells you to just like, oh, do all the things you also want to do, but also that part goes, no, you should challenge yourself and also try and make something that could be universally appealing as well. Because I know from personal experience that sometimes my own monkey brain will see certain things I write and go, oh yeah, no, this is perfectly reflected. And then later on, I'll go, you know what, upon second thought, I might be the only person who sees this way. Though I will also say, like, because for the most part, and this is another conflicting thing with me personally, for the most part, I couldn't give two shits about what other people think of my content so long as I am happy with the finished product. But at the same time, I feel like the most gratifying thing, like, for me as a quote-unquote content creator, and I hate putting it that way, is like when whatever it is I'm doing like instills an emotional response from someone, whether it's like makes them happy or makes them emotionally invested to the point of like feeling bad for the characters. I mean, just look at Seeds. But but yeah, that is the most I could ever ask of anything I create. But at the same time, I also feel a little conflicted on that because usually the things I do and trying to instill those things aren't my original concepts. Like in terms of like, you know, like doing like fan projects and stuff like that. So there's always, I feel, gonna be some conflictions in my mind on that. But for the most part, I make things because I want them out there. And if anyone else doesn't really care for it, that's their problem as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But then when you mention like doing a fan arts, something related to fan arts, and when you have to like write a new dialogue for a character, you always have that thought in the back of your head that dialogue does not represent this character well. God. Like some people might feel like it does not represent this character well.
That happened not only one time to me.
Oof. I mean, dude, I have that problem with my own comic. I'm like, these are my OCs. They are anything that I tell them to be. I still don't know. Like I think any writer is gonna like be like. So some are like naturally good at them. Like I've met some certain people that are like, holy shit, like you read someone's script and you can hear the voice of the character and stuff. But when I write, it's not the case. It's like but it's a learning process. I think this can be learned and stuff. But oh god.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also a bit of a double-edged sword to that as well, Gabe. Especially with Roca being as relatively fresh out there as it is, even with like concerns you may have about like consistency of portrayals, the wonderful thing about, you know, character writing is that the characters should never be the same by the end of the story as they are at the beginning. So there is all sorts of room for change and experimentation.
You're not wrong. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, because I'm gonna put my foot down on this. If your character at the end of your story is exactly the same as how they started, you're doing something wrong on the writing front.
Right, I'm aware of that, but also that's why I want to have from the beginning of the story, like what is each character's arc, right? Everyone's gonna learn something, everyone. I mean, everyone's gonna have an arc and all blah blah blah. But yeah, if I don't have that like completely fleshed out like right now, then where is it going to go? Well, I don't know, but I have an idea, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah.
Well, you wait for that. You wait for that, you know, banana flesh to ripen, my dude.
Oh, banana.
Yeah, like think of it this way: like writing and like consistency and growth in a character is a lot like gardening. You gotta tend to it consistently. You gotta make sure it's got everything it needs, like all the elements of like character and plot development are there. And with any luck, if you constantly tend to it, you will see it bearing fruit and blossoming. And eventually it will reach its end, whether it's, harvested at its peak or allowed to go on and maybe even follow from grace in terms of like consistency. But whatever happens, it is an experience, and you can always plant new seeds and start over.
Yeah, true.
Plant seeds.
Yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, like again, it's a learning experience. So, like, I'm glad this is not like I didn't make a contract or anything with a bookstore or whatever, so I don't have that pressure on me. I can like restart anytime I want. If I what you redeem video? After 2 minutes.
What?
Once again.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything. No, I mean...
There is your dominance.
Alpha predator.
That's just synchronized with the music that I'm listening to.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you, Monkey
I
Jesus.
want to see that like to the tune of Gangplank Galleon. Just like stretch out like of Juan like.
Nah.
Oh my god! I'm gonna do that. Holy shit.
Or you know what? Or just a very slow T-pose to the Halo theme.
Oh,
Mags donated $10. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Yay! That's 10 bananas. 1,
Applause.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! Thank you.
Hey.
It must feel like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, but when the hackers donate, you have to throw a big banana.
If it's enough, yeah. What'd you say, Griffin? No.
Yeah, you must feel like Crash Bandicoot getting pelted in the head repeatedly.
Oh my god! Yeah, when like you don't get all the boxes and they hit you and they like gradually like fucking dies.
I was gonna say, just be thankful it's bananas and not boxes of Wumpa fruit.
Yes.
Like like at the end of the level in Crash Bandicoot 1, when you miss any box, they just fall on the crash.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Yeah, but imagine like boxes of platanitos falling on Hoon.
No. I mean, hell yeah,
turn
platanitos
the-
would. Oh my god.
You're gonna turn the boy into a banana split. For the record, look, I'm not that white. I know there's a difference between bananas and plantains, okay?
Bananas and what?
Is there?
Plantains.
What's that?
Oh,
Plantains are a different type of banana that's related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what would
Because,
make a
when you
good
said
sausage.
platanos, I know you're referring specifically like to bananas, but
Like
there's also
plantain.
plantains.
Oh,
Plantains.
plantains,
Yeah.
those.
I have
Yeah.
no idea. I am
Today-
whiter than you, it seems.
Yeah, they're sort
Today-
of like this almost like savory, sweet sort of thing. Like they're often fried in various types of cooking.
Yep.
And they're actually really
Yeah.
good.
Today I saw a one dude making a banana sausage.
You know what?
And
I'd try it.
and he said that plantains might work better as opposed to normal bananas.
That makes sense because they are a bit on the savory side.
Oh, okay. Wait, they are called cooking bananas.
Speaking of cooking bananas,
Yeah.
summer traditions of staying cool differing between different countries and cultures.
Yeah.
Again, the RNG favored Griffin this time.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So I
what
guess
is
since I've been hogging things up a bit, and I do apologize for that, I'll move this first to Gabe. I guess specifically to your knowledge, whether it's like a general like thing in Mexico or like where you live specifically, like what would you say is the most popular like summer tradition or most popular means of staying cool in summer heat?
How does Huan Chen prevent his bananas being fried by the summer sun?
Well, he wears pants for starters.
That helps.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You know what? I actually have no idea. Puma, help me out. Like here where I live, it's never like crazy hot. Like where I live is like dry and dry. So like when in summer that is the hottest. When it rains, it gets like actually pretty fresh. Like sometimes I even get cold when it rains, and it's like. So like the last I don't know 4 years we've been hitting like record degrees, of course, like in the rest of the world, and we just don't know what to do with ourselves. But at the same time, like my mom comes from a town a bit north to where I live, where it reaches 50 degrees Celsius every summer, and I'm like, how are you alive? First of all, and then. No, apparently, like, I don't know, going to the pool, going to the, what's it called, the river and stuff, like, to the beach, because we have that, like, everywhere here. I think that's pretty much what we do. Otherwise, we just stay in the shade. We, all right, yeah, we tend to, like, not go out on the street when it's, like, between noon and like 4 p.m. because those are like the most hot time. So like after 4 p.m. is like the time where everyone goes out, like either they're coming home from work or they're going from home to like hang out or something, because nobody goes out during heat hours. So yeah, it's I think pretty much is also, well, the siesta time, like something that Carl talked about before, that usually here when it's like noon, we tend to, like, the businesses tend to close because we use the excuse that, like, oh, they went to eat, so they'll be back at like in 1 hour.
It's just too damn hot.
But yeah, it makes sense that it's because it's just too hot and people just don't want to work during that time, and they use that time to like just take a break. But it's like consecutive, like all businesses, well, except stuff like Starbucks and like Domino's. Those are all day, but traditionally businesses do close at noon because siesta time, and it's very hot.
Interesting.
Another note. Oh, you first, Benio.
I wanted to ask Gabe something. During the siesta time, I watched like a documentary one time on Discovery. Do you guys drink? Is there like a beverage that kind of looks like a beer? I don't know what it's made from, but it kind of looks like a beer.
Is it that corn mash?
It has much bigger head. It kind of tastes like non-alcoholic beer from what I
think you're talking about the fermented corn stuff.
That's the one that comes to mind. Yeah. Let me look it up. It's called the thing Carl's talking about is called tejuino. And that is a very thing that is very exclusive from Jalisco, the place I live in, the state I live in. So there could be a different one out there, but yeah, it's very much fermented, like fermented corn, and it has lemon, salt, and lemon ice cream on it, and it's very very refreshing, cold, and ice, of course. But that's the weird part, that it's supposed to be sweet, but it has salt, but it just works.
I mean, you know what? I would try it because corn has a lot of natural sweetness to it, and I imagine the salt would sort of draw that out a bit more, depending on how much you season it. And because I know horchata is another popular summer drink down there, at least if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is the first I'm hearing of this drink, and now it's got me curious to try it.
Dude, really come over, damn it!
Can I come over too?
Yes, you all come over.
Dude, I fucking wish. With that said, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, damn it, I was gonna say something. About the fermented drink thingy. Oh yeah, you said the corn is naturally sweet. No, the Mexican corn is white and it's not sweet at all. So like it's funny enough, I don't like the yellow corn that is sweet because it's sweet. So the corn that we use here to make tortillas and all that stuff, that comes from a white corn that it doesn't have a taste much.
I suppose that's fair. Because it'd be more of like a natural, like blank canvas for like masa and things like that.
Yeah,
never heard about white corn.
There are many types of corn.
White corn and multicolored corn. Go ahead.
Probably has a name, but I really I guess just look up elote. It's like
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Here's like the
Go first.
this
Go
yellow
first.
one is like the normal American one. The white one tends to be like just white.
We just call it Mexican corn, by the way. In the US, we just call it Mexican corn. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Did
it's
you
not
just assume
sweet.
this? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so we tend to like just eat it with like lemon and hot sauce or hot powder,
Ooh.
or with food, yeah, of course, or like yeah, we just make it like yeah. Here's the difference. Like this is a normal.
It's kind of like a
yellow corn,
canvas
then-
that you can like add things
Or
to.
bananas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like, I feel like there are certain like foods in nature, like whether they're cultivated or just like something that exists that sort of serves as like a natural tofu. And what I mean by that is that it sort of has this naturally like subtle flavor, so that it can it's perfect for soaking in the flavors of things around it, and much like chicken meat or white corn or things to that extent. So like with that context, I feel like, I feel like Mexican street corn makes a lot more sense contextually.
Yeah. So
Mischievous
it's,
Puma says that it's called maize blanco.
Maize blanco. So it's literally white corn.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
now my dumbass is like flashing back to that corn-based fake Pokemon I showed you a while back.
I was thinking that too. It's like someone made a. Can you get a picture of that? That was pretty
You can,
adorable. Like
yes.
a Pokemon.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the red corn there.
Yeah, so for context, I've been recently following this channel called Subjectively, which is owned by an artist named Jack, and his recent project that he's been working on for for over a year now is making up his own original Pokemon region based off of Mexico. And one of the Pokemon he came up with is this 3-stage evolution based on Mexican corn. And it's based on the corn primarily, but it's also partially inspired by the twin heroes of Mayan lore. It starts off with this basically twin kernel Pokemon called Zia. Then it becomes like more of a bunch of kernels and a husk called Zusk, and eventually it turns into this big ear of corn called Mazeman. I'll bring up some. I'll bring up some pictures of this because it's actually real fucking cute and
Looks
creative.
like the Pillarman.
Say that's amazing.
I mean, again, you joke, but yeah, it's actually real cute.
The picture you posted, Vinyo, is that the beer thing you said?
No, yeah, that's that's what we've been talking about, the corn drink.
Yeah,
right?
Tejuino. Yeah.
Tejuino. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, because
interesting.
I was like, that is Tejuino. So if that's what you were talking about, that's it. But again, this is Jalisco only thing. So in the state I live in other states, like people don't know what it is, and they call us crazy because they're like, oh, I'm just gonna go with my corn that passed. What's it called? Like it doesn't work. Like spoiled corn drink.
It's expiration date essentially.
Yeah, spoiled corn
Fermented.
drink with salt. It's like, what? Shut up! It's good. I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. Just because something is like past its shelf time doesn't necessarily mean it is bad now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
also,
not everything ages like milk.
Oh, funny enough.
That's
oh my
how we
God.
got cheese.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, cheese. But I don't know if it's common in other countries. But like my dad says, when he was little, a very common snack was like. It's like the stage after the milk spoils or something, that like you get like creamy on top and then water at the bottom, like when the milk like separates, and then they would like grab the milk, the thick milk from the top, and they would turn that into a candy or something.
It's called whey.
Like a yogurt or something, I guess. So it's like,
yeah, kind of like what Miss Muffet eats, curds and whey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh, but I mean, food is food, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
One of the things I was going to also state is that one way that I think Mexico deals with the heat is its architecture is often made so that there is airflow throughout the building, and that also there are oftentimes a central like plaza area where the heat can come out and escape. There's also a lot more shading than in like American buildings. There's a lot more awnings and things to provide shade to the walkways.
Yeah, pretty much. Something I like complained a lot in Canada when I lived in Canada is that there's no shade. Like there's nowhere to hide from the sun, but also they don't need that because the sun is not as like painful as here.
Yeah, it depends on the time of year. Because I remember specifically when I was in Montreal for Otakuthon 2016, and they had a freak heat wave strike all of a sudden.
How many degrees?
Yeah, it was over 100.
Oh my fucking god! Wait,
Yeah.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
but-
and so go ahead.
Sorry, that's the thing. Canada gets like a heat wave like that lasts like a week or two a year. That's
Yep.
maybe that's
Yeah,
also
'cause-
why.
Yeah, that's just it. It lasted like about 3 days or so, which was like the length of the con, and then it was just pissing down with rain like for a week after that.
Oof. Holy shit.
At least when I was in like Ottawa after the con.
Oh. Damn.
During
Canada.
that
Crazy.
Yeah.
during that heat wave,
Oh,
Quebec
Canada, na 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 na.
I still need to go back up there to visit some friends.
Yeah, me
Oh.
too. Canada's so cool. Amazing.
now.
Again, it's got its fair share of problems, but it's still got some nice people up there.
Yeah.
Everywhere's got problems. Everywhere's got people. Maybe sometimes the people are the problem. But here's an interesting question.
Yeah. of course.
If you want to continue on this, you have a redemption, Gabe.
Oh,
You redeemed Dad.
Yeah, amidst all this serious like,
Nice.
discussion.
Amazing.
not
Thank
resist.
you. Here you go. Dab on the haters.
dab on the sun.
Now here's a question. So
Oh wait, give me a second.
this-
Give me a second. I just want to say hi to Uni. Uni, hello. How you doing? Thank you for coming. And she says that
Hey,
room's looking so cool. Thank you.
Hell
It's
yeah.
it's my little. It's gonna be my house. I made it in 3D first, and then
In Maya.
then
Yeah.
then I made the sketch, and then now I'm like line arting and like I'm liking how it's looking. It's pretty like it feels like home. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
cool.
like legit. I'm very much looking forward to seeing this like fully like realized because it's looking awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you, man. What I want is like I have like a maybe 3 versions. One in the morning, one in the like afternoon, and one like in the at night. Or,
Hell
or at
yeah.
least like have a daytime and nighttime versions. That would be so cool.
That's so cool.
Looking at the line art, I just love how the tree looks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It looks all fabulous. Like
Yeah.
even I with a drawing tablet can't do such thing like this.
And that's like no, I think it's because I'm using like I'm using the how you got the straight line tool in everything except the plants. And I guess that's why it pops out because it's more like it's the organic part of the drawing. So
Yeah.
it
Jeez.
stands out. I mean I think because really you guys saw me drawing it last Saturday and it was like I did it pretty fast. So like
Yeah.
yeah, it's not bad.
By the way, I
It's
have
also something. I think
have
it's
a
also
cool-
something very specific of with that particular style of tree. Like when it's sort of crooked over and like spiking out at those types of angles. It reminds me very much of like very specific animated series I used to watch as a kid.
Oh,
Oh.
which one?
Yeah. Like because that's just it. It's sort of mixed. Like part of it kind of reminds me like these children's shows or things that would take place in Africa. Others kind of remind me of ones that were more based on like Chinese mythology and culture.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like the very sort of angular, but at the same time like curved like structure of trees like that.
Oh, right.
Okay, Kun is just Mr. Worldwide.
I mean, there you go.
Mexico is
He's been
kind of
everywhere.
like Mr. Worldwide.
In a sense, yeah.
But also, well, I get what you mean with the tree, but also that's because here, like, all the trees are crooked. I don't know how, but like, trees are like growing everywhere. I guess because I think it's because they are like looking for the sunshine or whatever. Because the sun changes area, like places every year. It's like grows to like one side and then the other side and stuff. I mean that's my theory. I really don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
trees are like
yeah.
super crooked here. It's like, yeah, crooked.
Yeah.
So I was going to say that for this same question, we can actually flip it around because we have two guests. If I remember correct, Patry, you are from Poland.
Yes, I am.
And same with you, Binio. So how do you
Hey.
guys stay warm in the winter?
Ah.
And what traditions are around that?
Well, for me, it's air conditioner and eating a lot of ice cream. No, but
That's how you stay warm in the winter, huh?
most of like I would say just grilling outside. Like we don't really like just we grill outside when it's hot and we just cool ourselves with cool beverages most of the time. That's how my family does it.
I specifically asked, how do you heat yourself during the
Oh,
winter?
heat!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Carl, you
How you make yourself warm during winter?
Oh god, sorry, I was still freaking.
Yeah, you may have come off guard, Carl. You may have been prepping like the summer answers.
Yeah.
I mean, what me and my family like to do, we like to during the winter, we like to drink glühwein. And Glühwein that comes from German, and Glühwein is basically mulled wine. Mulled wine?
Oh, malt wine. Okay, yeah. Because I was thinking glue wine does not sound very palatable.
Not that glue. I might have mispronounced it. Which I'm sorry for that. If anyone's from Germany,
I'm just poking fun. I apologize.
It's okay. But yeah, we really like to drink mulled wine during the winter. It gives us that kind of good feeling, like for example, like that the same good feeling you get from drinking, I would say, hot chocolate with marshmallows.
You know what, that checks out, because like I remember, and I know this is kind of going back to my Canada trip, but when I was visiting a friend up there, she has a lot of like Eastern European heritage and like customs from like where she grew up. Mulled wine was also, she mentioned, a big popular thing for during the winter, like, and they would like put in like special berries and spices in there, and that tracks.
Yeah, and in Poland we call it not mulled wine, but the more accurate translation would have been heated wine, or grzaniec. And you usually boil it with various spices such as cinnamon sticks and fruits such as oranges. And it's pretty freaking delicious.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've never had the opportunity to try it myself, but I remember my friend up there describing it, and it's exactly as you described, with sticks of cinnamon and orange peel and things like that. And it's something I would definitely like to try at some point. I mean, and I say this not being an alcohol person, but yeah.
Wine the mulled wine isn't that alcoholic, I would say. It's definitely less. The Polish variant is less alcoholic than normal wine, I would say. Has less alcohol in it, I think so.
Yeah. Plus, I imagine a good chunk of the alcohol might cook off if you boil it long enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. And other than that, I would say, at least in my family, we like to have a fireplace burning whenever there's winter.
Nice.
It always gives us that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
To feel good. Yeah.
Like, Uni says, she's from Finland. We have houses built in a way that retains heat, and then radiators,
yeah.
Oh.
neat in the winter and horrible in the summer. Radiators are off, but the sun heats the houses. Air conditioning is a luxury for the rich here. Oh God, would make sense.
Is it though? Oh.
Like it makes sense, because it's funny though, because here we have the exact opposite problem. The houses are made to keep the heat out, so all the houses are made of stone. So imagine like if you guys have ever been in a cave, it tends to be like very fresh inside the caves. So all the houses here are like caves, I guess, and they're made of concrete. So like they're a lot more durable. They don't burn down like in other countries. Like if there's a fire, only the things inside burn, but the house is not gonna burn. Blah blah blah. But Yeah, when it's winter and it doesn't get very cold, mind you, like it gets maybe the minimum like 0 degrees Celsius, maybe, so it's not too bad. But still, I tend to suffer a lot because I'm like very easy to get cold, and like there's no. And like having a heater, like a heater is the luxury we have. Like only the rich have now heaters. Because why would you need one? Because it's hot all year. Well, the 2 weeks that's a little hot, I would appreciate a heater. But also,
or you can just buy air conditioning and use that to heat your place.
That's very hard to install in a stone and brick structure, though.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
There's no venting systems unless you add the ducts externally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys
Yep.
when someone puts an air conditioner, either they put it like on a window and they have to seal the window or something, or they have to break a hole on the wall, like literally break a hole on the concrete wall. So it's like, very difficult.
Yeah.
Now,
And I want to say, you first.
You first.
I want to say that since we're getting that technical, during the winter at my house we crank up the floor heating we have, because we used to have in our old home, it used to be the radiators. We mostly get radiators, but then we switched to the floor heating, which not the electric one, the water-based one, and it's been working pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Lately.
I was going to ask you, Mark, since you're in an area that has both heavy swings of weather from hot to cold, how does your housing and traditions deal with that?
So, I grew up in England, where it's declared a national emergency if it gets over 70 degrees on a given day. So, we literally, the entire, I used to live in a town, and the entire like everything shut down because of an inch of snow. Like it is wild there. But so here I am very resilient to the cold, is what I've noticed. I can go outside barefoot in the cold and just chill out, literally and figuratively. But I am very sensitive to the heat. So summertime here is actually torture. It's actually 90 degrees outside right now. We're going through a heat wave. So what I usually do is I usually hide in my bedroom, which is naturally very, very cold. And in the summer, I even move my setup up there. So I am in my room, hiding by an air vent, with my snake on my lap, trying to avoid the heat as much as possible.
I remember my family from the Midwest, a lot of them have cellars, and they actually build out the underground rooms to pretty much be like an activity room for during the summer.
Oh yeah, we have a basement, and it is soundproof. So I have sleepovers down there all the time, and I sleep down there during the weekends. And it gets really cold during the summer, which is great for me. Not great for the people who are sensitive to the cold, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All
I
this
was
talk
thinking,
about heat. Oh, sorry.
I was thinking that unless you had a story you wanted to add to this, Patry, then we'll find out what Brittany was going to say about the heat.
Wait, the question that you asked, Binion, was like, how does he warm himself up like during winter, right?
Yes, but you can answer either the cold or the heat, because for me, I don't. For what I know about Polish weather is that there is very thick fog, that the summer is short but intense, and that it can have very hard winters, but not as hard as like in the interior areas. So near the coast, it's easier than in the interior.
I would say
That is kind of true.
But Patrick, isn't it that lately in Poland it's been difficult for us to get a good winter going? Few winters have been disastrous when it comes to just snow. There was no snow, nothing.
I mean, that was happening since 2017, for almost 4 years. There was completely no snow, only the minus temperature.
Yeah.
And then this year, at the beginning of 2021, then the snow decided to fall down, but it was a lot of snow in my city, in my town. I don't know, what about you, Benio?
Yeah, same here. As you know, that's when the Snow Nation attacked. I can tell you that much.
Speaking
Just
of
calculating.
Wait, hold on.
You sneaky.
Yeah,
Hold
yes,
on, Mark wants to say something.
speaking of snow, one of the great pleasures of being very resistant to the cold is t-shirt skiing. Now, those who have skied already know that it feels great. You know, you feel like you're flying, etc., etc. Imagine that, but you can feel like the wind is in your arms and stuff. It's weird to explain, but I will go out onto the ski slope. I'll be wearing snow pants because snow getting on your normal pants is just annoying. So I'll wear snow pants, my boots, and my skis, and then I'll just wear an old t-shirt, and you can t-shirt ski, and it's an amazing feeling.
Okay. Now, Gabe, the randomizer selected one of yours.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, well, give me a second. It was just Uni was
He
saying
was doing
that,
calculations.
yes, we hit 78 Fahrenheit yesterday, and I was like, how much is that? It's like 25, and it's like, okay, not gonna lie, I die every day, but also here, that's like the normal here, like 25, and I hate it. But
Damn.
the normal in the summer is like 30, 35 Celsius, like 86 to 90 or something. But yeah, again, the houses we live in, they tend to be very fresh inside. So like, it tends to be, you're inside the house, everything's fresh. You go out and like, you just feel the heat, like feel everything like on you, and it's like, yeah. So when I'm home all the time, it's like, it's fine. Also, I have a fan. But yeah, no, again, the place where my mom comes from, on a summer, like every day on summer, they reach 50 Celsius, which is 122 Fahrenheit. So that's the normal there. Like, and I'm like, how are you alive? Like, you guys, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And this summer, actually, my mom is gonna visit her hometown again, and she's like, wanna come? And I'm like, in June? Really? No thanks.
Boy.
But yeah, so what was the next subject?
So, He-Man cartoons.
I'm so hyped, man. Like, holy shit.
It looked good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't really grow up with He-Man, watching the original show or anything like that, or neither, with She-Ra or G.I. Joe or any of those things. That said, I enjoyed the fuck out of the She-Ra reboot. I thought it was very, very good. And I can also appreciate that, again, I can't be certain of this for sure, but from what I saw of the teaser for Masters of the Universe, it looks like they have the same animation team that they use for Castlevania. And I fucking adore the Castlevania anime.
Yeah, I'm like, I know this looks like familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Oh my god.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to say anything to spoil Castlevania, especially since I myself haven't gotten as, much into it, like, in terms of, like, the seasons as I would like. But I'll say this. If you have any doubts as to the quality of that animation studio, look for that fight scene from season 2. You'll know what I mean when you find it. And all doubts will be dispersed or dispelled.
From Castlevania, you mean?
Yes, Castlevania Season 2, just like there's a specific fight scene where it has all three of the main characters fighting together. And
the one with
Go ahead.
The one with the bloody tears in the background?
The one where like they all gather at the castle.
Yeah. Oh, that was so freaking good.
It is gorgeous.
Holy heck. I haven't seen it yet, but I've been meaning to. But, oh my god.
Yeah, like Gabe, if you don't mind minor spoilers, I could show you, send you a clip of that one fight scene after the stream.
Yeah, I don't mind spoilers, yeah. I'll check it out.
I was going to say, I don't really follow much entertainment. I just follow the drama because to me that's the most. Yeah, that's the part I'm interested in. And I will say, when they did the redesign to She-Ra, I was initially like, this will be interesting to see what happens. They completely knocked it out of the park with the characters.
Yes.
So I am going to say that, not only did they get vindicated that they could make a redesign of the character and model and make it better, but also, yeah, it's made me very confident in anything that studio does. Is going to not only take interesting ideas, even if it is an older, like, product, but it's going to give them interesting characters and interesting storylines. So, looking forward to it.
What I found the most interesting about that trailer, they didn't fucking touch the old designs of the He-Man characters. Like, they are literally, like, just as I remember from what clips I have seen. Like, the main difference is pretty much, I think, voice actors. Because, again, I'll say this is not necessarily a sign of quality, because I've seen, like, Gabe and I can attest to other things Mark Hamill has been in. Like, but if they got Mark Hamill for Skeletor, piques my interest.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
And
That made me more hyped now.
and they also got Liam Cunningham, who is also a great actor.
I think. Yes, Mark.
So I grew up watching He-Man, which sounds weird, but my mom and dad are big fans. So they recorded it on tapes, and I would watch them as a kid when I was a kid. So I grew up with He-Man, and I gotta say I am so excited for that new reboot, because not only do I love He-Man, but I love I loved everything about the original, and I feel like this is going to be very faithful, but also add new things to the table that will not disappoint.
Oh yeah.
Also. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, because according to new Wikipedia, it's going to be adult. Like, it's not gonna be like She-Ra. It says that's gonna be like, it says it's adult animated superhero fantasy series. So is it gonna be like more brutal than the original?
Imagine if it's the same studio that did Castlevania, then absolutely it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm 100% in, because I'm going through my adult cartoon phase. So
that's fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will say.
Oh, go ahead.
I will say, as the happy hypocrite, I am so happy to have been proven wrong, and I look forward to seeing what the new He-Man does, because they proved to be quite, they knocked it out of the park with She-Ra, and I'm looking forward to He-Man.
Yeah, that's just it. I can definitely understand your skepticism, because a lot of the reboots of like these older shows have been hit or miss. Like, here's the thing. I generally have a general personal rule of like, if it existed 20 to 30 years ago, let it rest. It doesn't need to be dug up. That being said, DuckTales.
All right.
Yeah, I was very much pleasantly surprised with what they did for DuckTales.
Okay.
And so I've noticed that like the frequency of these good reboots coming out, like, has me wondering about like just the potential for all that they could do with these things.
I have a theory on that, if I may.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So, in the past, a reboot was only going to be competing against whatever else was in its time slot.
Yeah.
Now the reboot, as they are all on streaming services, are not only competing against the original, but against each other. So having a bad reboot in the past could be kind of hand-waved away. Now it's a disaster that everyone's going to remember.
Yeah.
Looks at Voltron.
Yeah, the Voltron especially.
I liked Voltron.
Look, here's the thing, like, I like the studio that did the Voltron reboot, because, like, again, like, they were the same studio that did Legend of Korra, and I like Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
There are just certain things about, like, the Voltron reboot, because they had a lot of good stuff there, but there were certain things that just stuck that I wasn't a fan of, like the fact that, like, one character was just perpetually one big fat joke, and another, like, I felt a poorly handled trans allegory,
And also the horrible queer baiting. Jesus.
Yeah.
There's literally very, very mild spoilers. I'm not even going to say whose character it was, but there's one gay character. And they literally, they're like, here's this gay character's boyfriend. 5 minutes later, the boyfriend is dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
They did that.
It's a trope called bury your gays.
Bury your gays.
Yeah, so I felt like there were definitely some good ideas in that iteration of Voltron, but it was sort of weighed down by some poor decisions.
Very poor decisions.
My thought, though, is that Yeah, as they have to actually start competing against each other, especially as there's now multiple streaming services, this is going to increasingly become something that is forcing them to improve a lot, and I'm looking forward to that. Also,
Yeah.
Danny Prickles says the new He-Man looks fun, but Skeletor not sound like a wacky weirdo just feels wrong.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
It sounded weirdo enough to me.
I want them to hire Joel to make a second Skeletor alongside
Yes,
the Mark
yes.
Hamill Skeletor.
Yes.
He-Man.
Eat it!
I guess because they're doing a more serious tone now, like they had to make him like. But I think he did sound like he did give me a Skeletor vibe. Like he just doesn't sound like Papyrus, but you know he still sounds.
There's thunder and lightning outside, so I'm going to run up to my room. I'll be right back.
Shoot
All
it.
right.
Give me a second.
I just wanted to say that I hope they are not going to make the same mistakes that the 5th season of Samurai Jack did, which is at the beginning it was very serious. It was clearly aimed at the mature audience, but by the end, it got back to its roots a little bit too much. It got a little bit too not serious, to a little bit too family friendly. I would just call it.
I do get what you mean. Personally, I think I sort of enjoyed what they did with Samurai Jack because I feel like their approach is like, okay, here's the show you remember, and here it is now. It has matured with you, but let's also not forget where it came from, which makes sense because one of the big premises of it is time travel. I also have mixed feelings about some of the choices they ultimately went with, especially considering Jack's, love interest. That's all I'll say without, any spoilers.
Yeah.
But overall, I felt like it was a proper send-off for the series.
Yeah, maybe it was just it kind of worked maybe as a storytelling device. That change of style by the end when the better things happened to Jack.
Yeah,
I'm back, baby.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Also, Griffin, here's a question. Have you heard about the new season of Castlevania they are making? The new, not just basically the new show.
I did, and I've also heard why people are upset about it.
I've seen. Okay, so they're making a Castlevania for other people that haven't heard. They're making the new Castlevania series set in the 1792's Paris.
I think they're essentially setting up for Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, because it's got the main character is going to be Richter from that.
And the main thing that people are bent out of shape over is that Richter, instead of being like the great grandson of the two characters from the earlier seasons, is just going to be the direct child of them.
No. Actually, that's something that Netflix fixed. Okay. They did address that. Yeah, he is going to be the great grand.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, because I remember a lot of people were sort of bent out of shape over that.
Yeah, I understand you. And one of my other friends was angry that they didn't go for Simon's story this time around, which would make perfect sense. It's chronological, but then again, like having two series set in the same time frame, that would be too much of the same thing. I guess. I'm glad they're trying something new.
Yeah. See, I still need to catch up with seasons 3 and 4. Because I haven't seen them yet, but I still adore the show from what I have seen. So I'm looking forward to seeing how things progress.
Oh, you're gonna be like, the season 4. I'm not gonna say a lot, but oh my god, the season 4 is just so amazing. Just don't let season 3 discourage you, because it is the weakest one in my opinion. But once you get through season 3, the season 4 is absolutely just godlike.
Yeah.
Hi, allow me to answer someone in the chat. How long did it take you to learn perspective drawing? Because this looks great. Okay, get ready for the magic and the disappointment that is I didn't do the perspective here. Actually, let me pull it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did reveal this, behind the emerald curtain before, so.
Yes, and I like being open up about it because I don't want to lie. Like people have been telling me about my comic, like, whoa, your backgrounds are like so detailed and stuff, and I'm like, I don't think I can take credit. Yes, I created the backgrounds from scratch in 3D, so like. Let me see. This is the.
And before I wanted to ask you a question, like, is it okay, like, to create a background in a 3D software and then just like retrace it in the art software or something else?
I think, like again, talking about the what's it called?
Sorry.
What's it called? What Carl say?
I said sorry. I sneezed.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't hear you. Talking about earlier, we were talking about when is it okay to take shortcuts. I think when we're talking about a comic, a web comic or something, when you need a lot of backgrounds that are gonna take you like years to finish, I think it's okay to like quote unquote cheat. But of course, it's not like you're well, actually. Like it's like you can literally go buy backgrounds in 3D and so you can use for your comics and all. I like what I do is I like to build the scenario in 3D and then like take a screenshot and then trace over it. But of course, like it's not exactly like what I like the 3D is not complete. It's just the shape so I can have the perspective down.
Like a reference that you can trace.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I also built this scenario in 3D. Let me pull it out. Where is it?
Yeah.
Scene.
I even have something to say on the matter, if I may, Gabe.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like to anyone who feels like things like making a 3D environment and tracing over that is cheating, they need a reality check, because like any tool that is developed by people is made with the explicit purpose of making a task easier. Like would we call someone like driving a car to work cheating because they're not walking? You know, it's the same thing in my mind. Like ultimately, when you are working on a creative piece, whether it is drawing or animating or singing, if you have tools, you know, that assist you in getting the job done to your satisfaction, that is not cheating. That is using like technology and tools that have been built up over the years out of necessity for people's frustrations with very specific tasks to make it easier on yourself and to ensure the quality of the finished product.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
You're
Yeah,
talking
again,
as if you're making sense or something.
yeah, almost as if. Yeah, it's like saying, "Oh, Gabe is cheating because he is using a tablet and not, you know, getting like paper cells."
Like not doing the
and
traditional
flipping over
art.
each other. Yeah, exactly.
That's like speaking from a gamer perspective, that's like calling someone out because he's not playing a light gun game with an actual light gun because he
Right.
doesn't own a
Oh,
CRT
right.
TV.
Yeah, or using like an RPG Maker engine to make a game rather than like meticulously putting together every individual pixel one by one. Like, fuck off with that logic.
Yeah, like we're the human being is like constantly building tools to make things easier. I guess we can argue also animation. Like in the past, animation was like a drawing after a drawing, and then you pass the drawing to like a transparent page, and then you paint it, and then you scan it one by one. But that would take a long time, a lot of money, a lot of paper. A
I
lot
mean,
of
yeah,
people.
that's what we were talking about lately.
Yeah. So it's like if using tools that you can use like a 3D program in order to make backgrounds easier is cheating, then so is like I don't know, everything in Hollywood right now, blah blah blah. Like it's just
Or using a reference to like draw almost the same character.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, this is
It all
I
comes
mean-
back to Butch Hartman.
Yeah.
I mean, I was asking this question because when you make a 3D background, like based on a real life place, and you trace it in Photoshop or art software, people, this is just like my syndrome that people would start to talk like, hey, this place looks familiar. Did you trace it? You're not fucking original. And like they wouldn't complain about it unless the background you create yourself is actually an original concept.
Yeah. Again, that's getting into elitist bullshit at that point, because it's also almost in the same sense of, oh, this scoop of ice cream looks like the other. Did you use this with a scoop, or did you meticulously reach in with your hand and mold it? You fucking cheater.
yeah.
Like people just don't believe that it can be original.
Yeah.
See, sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, it's okay.
All
I
right.
was gonna say
Alright.
okay, the whole building a background in 3D inspired from something that already exists, and then tracing it and then being called out. Okay, that is. I understand why that would be like on thin ice, but no, it's still like your work, so it's not considered cheating. However, almost I would argue, if you take a photo that someone else took, like a photo you found on Google, and then you trace over that would be a little more on thin ice, but it's still like okay to use because that would save you time and all. But like if you went even if you went to the place, took photos, and then like trace over that photo that you took, it's a lot more valid to it. So like it's not because I mean the world is full of amazing buildings and stuff. It's like of course people are gonna be inspired to draw them, or like even building them in 3D so you can take your own like shots that however you want. I think that's super cool if you can do that. So like yeah, no, by all means you keep being inspired by existing buildings and like use references and yeah, just do what you want, damn it.
Yeah, like Gabe raises a very important point here in that I feel like the ethical line on the sand when it comes to like drawing this thing, when it comes to like the tools like put together to the ends of creativity, the ethical line drawn in the sand mainly comes down to how you present what you are creating. Like say if you are saying, oh, look at this this is 100% hand drawn, and it's something like you put in like a generator, then maybe that's worth lifting an eyebrow to.
Yeah.
Or if you say, oh, these are completely hand cut fries and they put it in a machine, like okay, yeah, maybe not so much. But again, so long as you're honest and upfront about like, okay, this is the process I went through to do this. I'm not saying it's like the most meticulous or traditional way, but it's what works for me and my needs. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If the result is amazing, then the result is amazing. That's all there is.
Yeah, it all depends on how you present it. The degree of honesty with how you present it, things like that.
Yeah.
So Scott Casa and apologized, and it's just as much dumpster fire as I thought it would be.
What?
We aren't really talking about that right now, though.
Yeah.
This
Isn't that
is off
political?
topic.
Yeah, let's avoid that.
Something else now.
Yeah.
And we have a new subject if you want, Gabe.
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
this one is from Binio. Do you have anything about E3 that you're excited about and its reveals?
Any presentation you're excited for? You're looking
For
forward
E3?
to?
No.
Nothing.
Yep.
Well, at least not
Yeah.
me.
Maybe-
Like, I really don't follow any of this. Well,
Like
I'm
not
looking
not Nintendo maybe.
I guess I
maybe
will
that's
be
what it is.
looking forward to Nintendo. Yeah, if there's anything. I heard there's a quote unquote leak. I really don't know if it's true. But people talking about there may be a Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and I don't know some other games on the Switch. But I really don't know. I mean, it's a rumor.
Ooh.
But
Like a Zelda 3D collection like with Mario.
probably yeah, maybe that's the thing.
Man, that would be freaking amazing.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, I stopped paying the fuck attention to anything E3 or even video game related about 5 or so years ago. I've become like that disillusioned with the state of video gaming that I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's fair.
Plot twist, I never actually like pay attention to any E3 that ever existed.
Yeah.
For me, the interesting thing about E3 is mostly the people that seeing who's there and how they're interacting with each other can often give you insights into what the next game is. But almost everything being presented is a big commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that is the point of the convention.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the vibe. Like, do you guys remember the 2004, 2005? I think it was 2005 when they first revealed Twilight Princess, when Nintendo first revealed Twilight Princess.
Oh damn.
That's like those kind of moments, they would never come back.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Also-
E3 that used to be, it's not the same, kinda.
Yeah.
I was going to say, with Gabe and your Binio's permission, we can switch to the next thing, which is also another Binio one because the random generator likes you.
Okay, I would have to research that more because I've only recently found out about it. But yeah.
Okay.
It is the Sonic movie that never happened. Sonic
Yeah,
and the
I heard
Wonders of
about
the
that.
World. What is this?
So when Sega was making, okay, you guys know about Sega Saturn, the failed Sega console.
Yeah,
The
and
one
I-
before, the one before Dreamcast.
Yeah,
They
see,
were
I
making-
know exactly
Oh.
what you're gonna bring up, video, because I just saw a video
Yeah.
by Matt
Yeah.
McMuscles on this
Yeah.
exact subject.
Okay, so at least we're on the same page, so that's good.
Yeah.
So what he said was, so Sega wanted to release Sonic Extreme for Sega Saturn. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be the killer game for that system. Which of course never, well, because of the internal struggles, that game never came out. But what was very interesting about it is that it was supposed to be a sequel to a movie that was supposed to come out before the game.
Oh.
Yeah,
and
it was
the
supposed to be
movie
a
was-
tie-in game.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And the movie was titled Sonic and the Wonders of the World. And I just imagine like freaking Sonic being chased by Dr. Robotnik in Taj Mahal because of the and that image in my head. I'm like, oh, I mean, it sounds interesting, but man, I
mean-
kind of wish they had like a Sonic model from 1990s. And imagine if we actually got like some screenshots from that movie and people comparing 1990s Sonic model to like the first Bat model in the newest Sonic movie that we got. Imagine
mean-
that 1990s thing actually looking better.
I mean, here's the thing: people, like, we may not have clips of the movie, but people have been making like some like ROMs of the tie-in game that was never released.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah,
Yeah, and
that game was.
Yeah, it was
They were so
ambitious. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And
Well-
here's the other part of that. I say this: I am not a Sonic fan. I've never been a Sonic fan. I feel like poking fun at Sonic games because development went wrong has become somewhat of a dead horse at this point. Like the fans in the community, they know, they're very much aware, and I feel like just like whenever people bring up like, hey, look at this thing that didn't work because it's Sonic, is like, yeah, we get that haha, very
Yeah.
funny, edgy. Yeah.
But that's like, oh, sorry.
No, go
You
ahead.
first. No, you first, because I want to talk about something more about Sonic Extreme.
He just
About
needs to collect
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But
'cause
you go.
Yeah, I think the main thing I was gonna say to that extent is that, like, I mean, I have my opinions on, like, Sonic. I feel like Sonic is an interesting idea, and that it's sort of been met with just an unfortunate string of like terrible luck when it comes to like development processes and like the ability to see through like the promise. I suppose, yeah, the promises made by the development of these games, and just Sega in general is just sort of like shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to a lot of these ideas, rushing things when they don't need to be rushed, or overcomplicating things by introducing new machines or engines or things like that. And though I will say, like, for as much as I don't blame like the Sonic like property like for all the things that have gone wrong for it, I feel like one thing that needs to be toned back a bit is like trying to put Sonic in situations that are inherently not Sonic. And again,
Okay.
I can make all the references in the world to certain things that have also been like beaten the fuck out of in terms of, haha, look at this is weird because it's Sonic. But I feel like just treating it as just like, oh, it's this little guy who goes fast and he beats up robots, and not really thinking too terribly much past that and working on the property's strengths is something that I think the property knows it would be beneficial for them. And I think because now there are more and more people who grew up with that frustration getting more involved with these types of games, especially the fan games. I'll say this much, like, again, not a Sonic fan, never have been, never will be, but the fan work conducted by people who are fans of Sonic, I think far outshines the grand majority of like canon releases. I think now that they're getting more and more people who grew up as fans of Sonic involved with the development of Sonic stuff, I think there's the potential for things to turn in its favor, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, speaking of that, do you know that the next Sonic game is going to be open world?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Supposedly.
I think there's mainly just speculation at this point, because I saw the trailer for the next thing, but I don't think there's anything really officially confirmed about it yet.
Yeah, I'm. People are hoping for like a gameplay reveal on the E3, but that's still like we have to wait another year for the game to actually be released. But man, yeah, Sonic's been through a lot of shit, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're no fault of its own.
Most of the fault is Sega.
But,
absolutely.
And the lack of communication and the fact that they actually decided to split the teams, to split the development team into two different teams. One of the team was in the US, the other team was in Japan, which at the time when they were working on Sonic Extreme, there was a bad communication because there was no internet, there was no Microsoft Teams and stuff. And
again, like unfortunate self-sabotage.
I could go on and on, but depends on if you guys want to switch the topic, then fine.
God.
What would you like, Gabe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like we might also go ahead.
No, just concentrating here, trying to come up with colors. It's I'm not a fan of like the coming out with a color palette that works, but yeah, it's a slow process. But yeah, I mean, you guys can keep going.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
pretty progress.
Yeah, like,
that was number 7.
Yeah. I was just gonna say all I was gonna say.
Someone even in the chat said that the background is looking amazing.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But yeah, all I was gonna say on the matter is that we might consider like moving on to a subject that Gabe might have more insight into, so that he can participate more.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Okay.
Then here's one for Gabe. Favorite ice cream from the ice cream truck.
Ooh. This I can get behind.
Okay, first of all, we don't have ice cream trucks in Mexico.
Yeah.
True.
But I don't know. My favorite ice cream, I don't know, vanilla with chocolate chips. I always like those. Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There is one ice cream place in my town which serves. It's like it's 3 layers ice cream. It's not vanilla. What's that blue stuff that's not milk?
What's that blue stuff that's not milk?
Oh god, what did I just say? Holy shit, brain.
That's going.
Are you
That sounded wrong, my dude.
Are you dipping into that like new trilogy blue milk or?
Hell yeah, give me the blue milk.
A flack for that.
Give me the blue milk. Give me the blue milk ice cream. Hell yeah.
The blue milk, guys.
Yeah, you want some of the blue milk?
Yeah, with the blue milk.
And it's in the no context quotes.
Yes.
But yeah,
we went off topic.
So yeah, I'd say it's a so it's so the ones that I really like to get are it's an ice cream with a pistachios inside.
Ooh.
And it's covered with maracuya. No wait, is that how you pronounce it? No,
How do you spell it?
Maracuya is a fruit.
Maracuya, yeah, with the maracuya fruit.
Interesting.
Not
I've
with fruit.
never heard
not with
that.
maracuya fruit, but with maracuya sauce on top of it.
Interesting. That again, I'm in the same school as Carl. That's not one I've heard of before.
It's I assume it's a tropical thing because it's it's around here. It's not super common, like we don't buy it a lot, but I don't know. The other day we had a jelly or jam. No, jam made out of maracuya, and I'm like, whatever that shit is, but it tastes amazing. It's like a little acid, like a tiny bit acid, but like very sweet too. Like it's very
Nice.
very special.
Like actually, maracuya flavored stuff is pretty popular in Poland. People like that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Passion fruit. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, passion fruit.
God dang it.
Okay, yeah, now I know what you're
Passion
talking about.
fruit, of course, it's called
Yeah.
passion fruit.
I typed maracuya into Google Translate. It's like, oh, it's called maracuya. Okay.
Okay.
Glad I have you, Gabe, because they would have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't believe I ever touched anything related to that fruit.
Oh my god, bro, you should. It's have you ever drank Frugo, Patrick?
Oh, frugo. Yeah.
The black one, the black Frugo.
Yeah, I drank, but I was
And
mostly a fanatic of the green one. But yeah, I tasted the black one and it's good.
Yeah, so there is this. Oh wait, the black Frugo has pitahaya. Gabe, is this something like pitahaya?
Pitaya. That is a fruit, yeah.
Pitaya. Okay, so
Pitaya.
yeah, but maybe it has some maracuya in it.
I guess.
But
Anyway,
where are you guys
but yeah.
getting all of these tropical fruits? That's very interesting.
Internet.
Magic. Yeah. But yeah, like whatever. If it's an ice cream and it's maracuya flavor, it's passion fruit flavor, then I'm gonna gobble that sucker up because I really like it.
Oh, so Uni says, Uniomena says, personally love nougat ice cream. PBNG says, what is that? She's like, good question.
I assume they mean like
Nougat.
the same type of nougat you'd find in, say, like a Snickers bar or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Like nuts?
That is.
Nougat is specifically a type of like softer material that you find in a lot of American candy bars. And sometimes it's a little more whipped, like, say, what you'd find in a Three Musketeers bar, or sometimes it'll be a little more solid, like a Snickers.
Or if you live in the US, you can get it in the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Because European Milky Ways suck.
I was gonna say, I recently found out that Milky Way in the US and UK are very different.
They in the UK, in the Europe, they only have like that spongy thingy inside of them, like spongy chocolate. I don't know.
And it's all very soft to bite.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe not spongy, but soft. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. In terms of ice cream, I mean, I guess if we're specifically going for like things you find in an ice cream truck, I've not seen an ice cream truck in years, but I remember specifically there were like a handful of things I would probably favor. Like there are these things called Sunday Crunch bars that would either be covered in like bits of like chocolate or like a strawberry cheesecake sort of outing with a more fruity or creamy interior.
Oh my god!
Like.
Yes, I saw them on Good Mythical Morning when they were reviewing the ice cream truck.
Yeah, and either that or like those amazing. Or those cones that have like the lump of ice cream on top that's covered in like hard chocolate and nuts, and maybe with like a little bit of a softer chocolate core on the inside.
Also, sorry. I just want to ask, what do you think about winter tacos, Griffin?
Oh, you mean like Choco Tacos?
Choco tacos, yeah.
I honestly cannot remember if I've had one before. I know a lot of people love them, but I don't think they were as much like a thing I would consistently go after. But yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I think they're all right. Drumsticks are what those like chocolate covered cones were. I remember. Yeah, they were called drumsticks.
They look good.
And I guess apart from that, I enjoy me a good creamsicle, like a good orange creamsicle. In terms of ice cream in general, that is always sort of changing, especially now that I live in Portland, because like there are some really good ice creams in general around here. And I know this is, probably going to get a lot of people labeling me as, oh, that's a touristy place, but I don't fucking care. Salt and Straw in Portland is really good.
Oh.
Hey, touristy places make money because they're good at it.
Exactly. It's the same with like fucking Voodoo Donuts, A
local can eat tourist food and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Griffin, we recently got Häagen-Dazs ice cream in Poland, and it's freaking amazing. Like the caramel flavor, they are expensive as hell in here, like $10.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
expensive here
Oh,
too.
that's-
Wait, but like switching values, how much PLN would you define these $10?
Oh, 20. No, okay. Actually, no. When I think about it, they cost like 25 PLN. Okay,
That's
that would be
like $5.
$5-6. Yeah, but still like 25 PLN. For a small tub of ice cream here is a little bit like of an
I mean,
overkill.
it's like it's very expensive.
Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is
I'm-
generally on the pricier side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but once you actually get them, oh my god, they're freaking delicious.
But yeah, I will say, like, again, like, there, because of just the nature of ice cream, there's a lot of opportunity for like really unique flavors. Like, and again, I know I'm going back to like Salt and Straw. They've got some really unique combinations, like black cherry and bone marrow is one of their options.
Oh,
Arrow?
Bone
Marrow.
marrow, as in like the meat you find
Marrow.
inside of a bone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bone.
also,
And another one
Also-
that
yeah.
I tend to really like there is a pear and blue cheese.
oh, okay, I heard about that combination. Sounds weird, but I would try that.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
it's better than you'd think.
My mom made a salad with pear and blue cheese a few days ago. It was freaking delicious. So
Oof.
Yeah.
I guess I would try it.
Yeah, I think
That's
another
nice.
one I liked. I think it's like a Marionberry balsamic combination.
Balsamic. Oh.
Yeah, kind of like a balsamic vinaigrette.
Also, oh yeah. Also, what would you think about smoked butter as a flavor? Like
Smoked?
smoked. Yeah,
I mean,
like
here's the thing: smoking, depending on the smoking method.
Okay,
like, you
maybe
get a
I-
lot of cool flavor.
like okay, like that. Okay, we have a. There is a.
Or do you mean brown
am I
butter?
Maybe yeah, maybe the correct translation is brown butter into English, because if you translate it literally from Polish, it would be burnt butter or smoked butter.
Okay,
But maybe it's
because I guess to elaborate to make sure we're on the same page here, brown butter is the process by which you put butter in a pan and cook it down to the point where it sort of caramelizes, and then you take it off before it gets bitter.
okay, yeah. So that could be it, yeah.
Yeah, because brown butter is basically one of the steps in making butterscotch cinnamon pie.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
That sounds so good.
Hey, we got it
Yeah.
all. It's all coming back to Undertale and Famigo.
Is there any fucking surprise with this stream?
Wah, wah, wah.
Juan. What?
Oh no.
Now there's a question.
Well, when you did that song, when you did hum the song, I just remembered like someone doing the version of it, like fingers in his ass.
Oh
Yeah.
god, that was
That's yeah. Never.
See, the association I have with Bergen Trucking is just the name makes it sound like, Asgore's running a food truck because it sounds like Burger Trucking.
Wow.
Now there's the version that I would love to see. Just this master truck pulls up, and it's just this giant goat man goes, "Who wants burgers?" And everyone's like going, "I'm scared for my life." And yes,
Like, real shit, I could see
That-
Asgore pulling off a food truck.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Of course, he'd have major competition with Pinches Tacos.
Oh god. Or with Peter
Especially if it's the one
Griffin.
owned by Sands.
Or with Peter Griffin's food truck.
God damn it.
Here's the-
Also, Binyo,
Sorry.
I have a question to you. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever spotted like an ice cream truck in your town?
Never. For as much as I live, I've never been to an ice cream truck.
Never ever.
Funny enough, recently there's been this ice cream boom in my area of the city where I live. That I would wake up one day, there would be one ice cream place. I would wake another, and next to there would be two more places.
Oh, kind of like
Holy
pop-up
shit.
restaurants?
They're just popping out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy crap! But at least they are like the thing that I'm most angry about. The ice cream place like right next to where I live, like basically like 5 minutes walk next to my house. They only have the ones that go from the machine made ice cream. Like in Poland we call them Italian ice cream.
Yeah, the Italian ice cream, like the one that, like the twisted ice cream or some shit
Twist,
like that.
yeah, like the
serve.
twist. Yeah. And what pisses me off is that the places that sell the scooped ice cream, the ones that I actually always enjoy, are much farther away.
I see.
Yeah, but other than
speaking-
that,
No, go ahead.
no, that's it. Basically, we have a lot of places that serve ice cream here, and I couldn't be more happy.
That's
Yeah, in my town as well.
Yeah, speaking of, like, Carl, with you also living in a major food city, what would you say would be your favorite either truck or non-truck ice creams?
Okay, so there's a lot of food trucks that go around the Bay Area, and there's this one that specifically made custard ice cream. It was so good, but unfortunately they haven't been in the area for a while, so I'm not sure if they're still around. Also, welcome back, Mark.
Welcome,
Yeah.
bro.
Welcome back.
We're talking about ice creams.
Yep.
I like ice cream. My
Yes. But
Oh.
yeah, well, I think we were about to start with some of Carl's favorites.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it was just custard ice cream. I don't remember the name, but that was the thing. Was that almost every time the food trucks would meet, there was almost always at least one place that was like, "Hey, we got desserts." And it was
frozen
oftentimes
custard.
Yep, so good.
Ooh, nice.
I live in the Midwest, so frozen custard is basically our religion.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I mean, that is fair.
Cool. But
Custard does not judge.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was so quiet. I had to do something.
Hey, no worries, buddy. But yeah, also the more I think about it, the more I realize, Benio, when you were talking about Italian ice cream, were you talking about gelato?
No. Gelatos are. When I went to Rome and I had gelato the whole, it was freaking amazing. But no, when I refer to Italian ice cream, let me Google them.
I don't really like Italian ice cream.
Yeah, because like from your description, it sounded like you were talking about soft serve, but I wasn't entirely certain.
Maybe Italian ice.
Like these ones
Maybe.
in the in-call.
Oh yeah, that's
The
definitely soft
the
serve.
one. Okay.
The one
okay.
coming from the machines.
Yeah.
And they can be good once you like take the add enough spices to not spices but add, what do you call them,
Seasonings.
like seasonings?
Flavors?
Seasonings.
Oh.
They can be good, but the scooped ones are where it's at.
Okay,
That's fair.
not gonna lie though, that ice cream waffle looks amazing. I want 10.
Oh yeah.
Is it upsetting? Yes, I want 10.
God, that really is a mood, though, isn't it? Like looking at your character, is it upsetting? Yes. Give me 10.
Yeah.
Oh guys, I actually give me all of them. Fuck
Yes.
platanitos, give me wafers.
This doesn't.
But
I mean, what-
actually found my favorite ice cream place on the internet.
Nice.
And the flavor I was talking about is the one with the pistachios. It's the second one from the right.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a chocolate
ice
turtle
cream.
one.
Oh my god, I love the cookie ice cream there.
I want all of it. Oh my god.
Come to,
looks damn
hey,
good.
bro, come to Poland. I got you,
Coming.
you know.
I'm making my
Yeah, we
bags now.
will greet you here.
Yeah,
Yay.
mi casa
Ice
su
cream.
casa, bro.
Thank you. Oh god. One day I'll be there. And I'll taste all of
Yeah,
yours.
but which town?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gabe kicking the door off the plane. Give me your cream.
that sounded so wrong, you know.
yes.
Okay,
Yes, I'll do
I'm
that.
clipping that. I'm clipping that.
Uh-huh.
Give me
you
the
better.
cream.
You better.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
All the cream. Oh god, so good.
The need of the cream can never be satiated.
Oh,
Satan has penetrated the cream. Why did I
What?
use the word?
But I was gonna say speaking of ice cream and ice cream with nuts and all, like like last year, or no, it was before COVID, so maybe 2 years ago, I found out that I'm allergic to macadamia by having macadamia ice cream that was delicious, like the most delicious thing I've ever had. But like it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was just that my my mouth and my throat was like swelling. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on because I've never in my life had any like allergies or anything.
Yeah, your first anaphylactic shock is always an interesting one.
Gabe,
I see this from experience.
Gabe, here's one of my favorite tips. As a person who has is allergic to the weirdest thing, I'm allergic to watermelon flavoring. Very really allergic to water flavoring. If you feel like you're having an anaphylactic shock and you feel like you can't breathe, it helps to lie on your chest. It helps to lie with your ass up.
Huh.
That is a term in the medical community called ats up, sats up. Oxygen saturation goes up when you lie on your front. Now, of course, call an ambulance. Lying on your front is not going to stop you from getting an anaphylactic shock.
Oh yeah.
But if you feel your throat closing up, it will help you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Good tip.
Yeah. Remember that, kiddies? It's gonna be on the test.
Someone sneaks some macadamia nuts into your food or something because they hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll also say it also depends on like the severity of the food allergy, but sometimes like if you have something that like you're mildly allergic to, but not necessarily life-threatening, to the extent that's life-threatening, like just brushing your teeth afterwards can work. Because I know people who have like legume allergies, but they still will enjoy things like, you know, like a Mexican meal with like some refried beans and stuff. They brush your teeth afterwards, you know, to make sure it's not sticking to like their, the inside of their mouth. Yeah. And
when it comes to be allergic to food, I'm mostly allergic to the kiwi fruit, which makes my tongue go like thick, and then I speak like this.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it goes for some time that I just can't speak normally or like hide my tongue to my mouth for quite a while. If I eat a lot of kiwi, that is.
Oh. And that sucks. Kiwi is actually good.
The severity of the allergy wasn't too bad. Like I actually had like maybe 1/4 of the ice cream before I had to stop because at first it was like it feels like tingly, what the hell, and I just kept going and then like I feel like my mouth is swelling, my throat is swelling. It's like feels like when you're sick, right, and your throat is like swelling, but it's not like I can't breathe, it's just uncomfortable. So I had to. So my mom ate it though. It's like I made her try it, and I'm like, is there something wrong with the ice cream? She's like, no, like it tastes very good. And I'm like, so it's just me.
It's so close to home with one of my experiences. Remind me, Gabe, did I ever tell on stream the story of the mint julep?
I'm not sure. Remind me.
So this was ages ago. I was at a county fair. I think it was the last day of summer vacation while I was still an undergrad. I was there with my family and at this county fair, and we were up at the racetracks because there were some horse races and mule races that you could bet on. My mother had gotten a drink called a mint julep, which is of the alcoholic variety.
Right.
She took.
No, remember. Yeah.
So she took a sip of it. She didn't much care for it, and she offered it to me. I too am not very much a fan of alcohol, but I figured I'd humor her. I took a sip, didn't care for it. I set it down. A few minutes later, I started itching everywhere. I looked down at my arms and I realized I had some hives going. Oh, it's an allergic reaction. It'll pass before long. So the current horse race ended. We went down to the stables to take a look at the next horses for the next round. The hives have now doubled in both number and size. I felt the skin of my face, like it had like doubled in general thickness, and I was just poking at it. My father's like Griffin, stop poking your face. I have to make sure I still have feeling in it. And so thankfully my mother had a Benadryl. in her purse that she let me take. I figured, okay, this will help out. So I went over to one of the beer tents they had over at the event and took a seat. Then the blindness set in.
Oh God.
So I got like complete and total tunnel vision. I could not see anything. And somewhere between 10 minutes to a half hour later, I slowly started to come to, and I realized there was an oxygen mask over my face, and I was being wheeled onto a gurney to be wheeled into an ambulance. Because the funny thing was, they had no medical staff there except those that were exclusively for the jockeys for the horse races. So it took them a while to get the ambulance there. They put me in the ambulance. They start riding me. They took a fuck ton of blood out of me and then filled me with double the amount of steroids. They put me in a hospital gown, and I took a nice 2-hour nap. When I woke up, I was completely fine. But to this day, no one knows what it was in the drink that set that off.
Damn.
Wow.
Can I tell the story of my first allergic reaction?
I suppose that's up to Gabe and what he's comfortable with at the moment.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask Griffin a question regarding, since we're still on the topic. Did you get like an EpiPen or something after all that?
I did.
Oh.
And then I lost one, and the other I accidentally ran over with my car.
Oh. God. Well, I don't.
So now I'm shit out of luck and jolly well fucked if I have another reaction.
Oh God.
Damn. So, but man, that's kind of scary. Like they never found out what caused it, because
Okay,
Yep.
Oh yeah, like much like most stories where I nearly fucking die, it was scary in the moment, hilarious to look back on.
What do you mean hilarious? You could have.
And he's like, look at this fucking dork.
Yeah, it's good to laugh at this later on, then be like,
absolutely.
oh my God, I could have died. Oh no.
Yeah, that's generally my approach to all my near-death experiences.
Yeah, that's how I also laugh about my car accident. Because the reason was stupid.
Yeah, on that somewhat gruesome note,
yeah.
I actually have to bounce now. Yeah, I've got some stuff I need to work on, but as always, thank you guys so much for having me on today.
Hey, no problem,
Thank
man.
you for coming,
joining.
bro. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
It was nice talking to you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
same. And I will hopefully talk to you guys again soon.
Yeah.
We hope
Here,
so.
dude.
Yeah, we
You guys
hope
have a
so.
good-
We hope so to
Hey.
talk with you again
Bye,
soon.
guys.
Yeah.
See ya, dude.
Later.
See ya, Griffin. He bounced.
But yeah, I guess you can tell your story, Mark.
Okay, so watermelon flavored things are not common in the UK at all. So my reaction first happened when I was about 8 at summer camp when we had just moved over. So I was at a day camp run by the YMCA. And one of our counselor was really nice. And she was like, hey kid, have some Jolly Ranchers. So we all go get a Jolly Rancher. It's like a hard candy that's flavored in different ways. It's slightly sour. It's very nice. And it comes in a
It
watermelon.
wasn't nice for you.
It comes in a watermelon flavor. So I was like, ooh, watermelon. I'm going to try that one. So I put it in my mouth, and immediately I feel my throat close. Like, the first bit of
Yikes.
watermelon flavored saliva drips down my throat, and it closes.
That sounds
like-
painful.
Oh, that's not good.
But you can eat normal watermelon, right? It's only the flavoring.
watermelon, the artificial ingredients in it fucks me up.
It's
So,
like the ingredients. It's like the ingredients of the watermelon flavor.
Yeah, so the counselor's like, oh shit. So I'm like, huh. I mean, I can't breathe, but like, why is everything double? This is pretty dough. No.
Oh God.
And I wake up in the hospital 2 days later.
2 days. Whoa.
2 days later.
Because of a candy, holy
They
shit.
ended up having to stick a tube down my throat, and when they do that, they usually sedate you. So I was completely out of it for 2 days while they tried to figure out what the hell was going on. Because
Damn.
watermelon flavoring allergy, like,
So sorry to bust in through your words, but user mischievous Puma redeemed as her dominance.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry again, Mark.
Here we go.
And Photoshop a watermelon over your face.
Also, Patrick, you're kind of. Is it just me or is Patrick a little bit louder? Like it seems like you're.
I mean, sorry. I was just placing the microphone like close to my mouth so that I could like make my words like more understandable. Because sometimes when I put my microphone away, my voice just becomes more muffled and stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I get you.
But yeah,
Okay.
here's your dominance.
I don't see it.
Thank you.
Come on.
There we go.
There
Yay!
it is.
There it is.
There's
Also-
the monkey juices.
Once again, Mark, I am sorry to bust in, like all of a sudden.
Never.
But yeah, it's
It's
fine.
fine.
Been dominated.
So they were like, well, Mark, here's the good news. You're not dead. Here's the bad news. You have one of the most severe allergic reactions we've ever seen to watermelon flavoring.
Damn.
That's a funny part. Like, well, not funny, but just in general, why like watermelon flavor? It's so like specific, you know.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
It's
The
like,
good
oh,
news is
okay,
I didn't even enjoy the watermelon Jolly Rancher when I was having it.
Aw.
So it's not exactly like I'm like, oh no, what a horrible, irredeemable loss I have suffered.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I can deal with missing out on that. If I was allergic to like blue raspberry flavoring, then we'd have something to worry about here. But
Damn.
watermelon flavoring is fine.
It's weird because I am allergic to milk, but just like straight up milk from the carton. But anything else milk related is fine for me.
That's
Supposedly.
maybe because the ingredients along with the milk are like mixed, so it isn't just milk like the normal one, the normal one from the
The
carton.
lactose, maybe just the lactose and stuff.
Because I was going to say, almost everything that uses milk that's been processed in some way besides being just milk, the lactose has been broken down a bit.
Yeah.
My mom
Alright.
is kind of allergic to lactose.
Yeah, same with my brother. All that
Alright.
spicy milk he can't handle.
So I've always had allergic reactions to watermelon. I think maybe 6 other times since that incident. Mostly
Damn.
from me thinking that the Jolly Rancher was cherry. It's always happened usually with Jolly Ranchers.
I would avoid Jolly Ranchers like the plague then.
Yeah, but they're super good.
That doesn't... Just
But I
because
think,
it's
like-
good, if it puts you in the hospital, it doesn't matter.
I think
Remember, kids.
I think it's cherry flavored and then I drink it. Or like it happened once with a flavored G Fuel that I didn't know had watermelon flavoring in it. And it did.
Speaking of like candy Jolly Ranchers, what is your guys' favorite candy?
Down crunchies. They're an English thing, not a crunch bar like you might think of, Carl. They're
Wait. Well, exactly. I didn't hear you correctly. I'm sorry.
my favorite candy is a crunch bar.
Oh, the Crunch Bar. Okay, Nestle Crunch.
They're actually called crunchies in England. They're completely different from what you're thinking. Basically, they take honeycomb toffee and then they coat it in milk chocolate. And
Okay, that's pretty poggers.
It's really good. It's like pure sugar, and it's so nice.
It's your fault, Gabe. It's your fault.
Good.
But yeah,
Why you blame monkey?
because monkey Tupac. Because
Monkey
I
Pog.
wherever I go, I see freaking Roca pogging. What can I do?
Yes.
It's kind of okay.
Who pogging
But
when?
yeah, do you,
Poog.
Gabe? Do you have like any specific Mexican candy you would recommend to us as a uncultured European / American folk?
Let's see. Yeah, not that I can think of. Carl, is
maybe-
there anything like from that time you tried Mexican candy? Because to me it's just candy, right?
Oh,
But
yeah,
usually I don't
that's-
like candy in general. But Like,
I will say that in general, a lot of Mexican candies are pretty good. The only thing that I have a bit of trouble with is that when they sometimes slip in chili powder, and I'm like, why?
yeah.
But it's kind of like going to almost any candy store where there is a wide variety, and the vast majority of them are good. My personal favorite was. It was so nice of you. You got me a candy skull that I wasn't able to eat because it was right after the time that we just finished thinking. I'm like, I'll eat it later, and then you put it in the fridge, and then I never got to eat it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So yeah,
No, I'm sorry.
like the sugar little skulls that are like decorated like Day of the Dead thing. Yeah, like they are made of sugar. There are some that are made of chocolate too. And they're huge. I mean, I never eaten one because like that's a lot of sugar and it's nothing but sugar, right? Like, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's why I couldn't at the time, and then we just but yeah, the Carlos V is my favorite. But I was gonna say, if I remember, you used the sugar for cooking, didn't you guys?
I think so. Actually, I don't remember. Yeah, you can use the sugar for.
Crush the skull, and you are like,
I honestly never had the specific favorite candy like at all. There are many many kinds of candies that I really like almost every could be. I mean, not every, but those who I like could be my favorite. But just to say something, I don't have the specific one favorite.
Yeah, that's understandable when you have like access to so many.
But I hate bitter candy.
Oh, what about licorice? Any of you guys ever had licorice?
No.
I like licorice. Generally,
I don't. I never.
my favorite. My favorite way to enjoy licorice is salty licorice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew that was coming. I do not like.
I remember that. Yeah, you talked about this once.
Salmiakki.
But here's my favorite Polish candy, and I think Patrick, you probably know this one too. I posted it in the call.
Hold on. Oh yes, it's my favorite as well.
There we go.
The Choco Tub.
Choco Tube. Sorry.
That is like my favorite. That is like my favorite taste of chocolate. If this is how I can call it. Like I really love the taste of it.
I don't know what this is, but I love the little cow. I would buy it just for the cow.
Yeah. Basically, it's from a Polish company that's to Polish people. Wedel, and it's like a Polish equivalent of Hershey, I would say. They make all the chocolate products.
Just to be quick here, Gabe. This is a so-called Chocotab, like which you you open it and you just suck the chocolate out of it.
Yeah, you just squirt the chocolate cream.
It's just a tube of chocolate.
You can either squeeze it to get the chocolate or either suck it out.
Or if you're crazy enough, which I have to do this one time, I have to buy myself an ice cream and pour it onto the ice cream afterwards, and make like you can make like a makeshift dessert on the spot. Oh my!
I think I tried such thing once.
Do you know what the video?
Mm-hmm.
You should take it and you should melt it, like squeeze it all out, and melt together coconut oil with it.
Coconut oil, okay.
Which reminds me of food.
Carl, you'll probably know about. You know, Magic Shell that they have over here in the U.S. where it's like
never heard of it.
Ice cream and it hardens.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah, we call it turtle shell over here on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's called Magic Shell, and it's literally just chocolate and coconut oil mixed together. So you will have a shell, basically, Benio, that basically hardens right on top of the thing, so it's like a little bit crunchy.
Oh, sort of like in this picture, except it's gonna be chocolatey.
Chocolatey. Oh.
because
cactus.
Well,
yeah,
I was
cacti ice cream.
now what I was gonna say is speaking
yeah.
of all of this food, it's a bit about 3 hours. Gabe, when was the last time you were able to eat?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's a good segue.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because usually we're
Yeah. Actually, like I can smell like food. Like someone's making food, and I'm
Oh,
like,
they're making lunch.
okay, I don't want food right now.
so we may want to start wrapping it up, folks.
Yeah, it's
Also-
okay. You guys, thank you for the fun stream. I'm glad that I'm only missing coloring it. Now I'm done with like the color testing. I like my daytime and nighttime versions. So now like I'm just gonna clean it up. So I don't know if I'll do it next time or I'll do it on my own time. I don't know, but yeah.
Before the stream ends, I'm just gonna say that I'm almost close to getting Pet the Monkey, so I will get you next time.
Oh no.
Hold on, don't worry. Hold on. Let me get one of them.
Wait,
okay,
what?
there you go.
Oh god.
There you go. Boom.
Ara.
No, I'm gonna do Pet the Monkey.
Pet the monkey.
There you go. In the name of Patry.
God
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
damn it.
Don't worry, I got another one saved up.
Oh my god.
And Toasty redeemed Ara Ara.
Gabe, can you say ara ara while you're getting pet? Please.
Oh my god. I mean, sure.
Time is broke.
Gabe. Gabe.
There you go.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Dance
that's monkey dance. Okay,
Dance
I like that
monkey.
one. I like dancing. So
Yeah.
let me pull myself out of the corner. Yay! I'm gonna dance.
When somebody amigo plays in the background.
But what should I have 3 dances. What should I?
And also someone redeemed from ya banana.
Oh
Oh
really?
shit!
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Uh-oh.
Here. Thank you for the banana. So all right. Gonna dance.
sorry.
Actually, I don't remember
Bonk.
which is which. Caramel dancing. Yeah, let's go. Caramel dancing. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Nice. We're on our
Oh my
redeem streak. No.
Those
said-
monkey sounds like noises really fit Hun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Carl said feed the monkey, and everyone's throwing you a lot of platanitos now.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. It's time. It's
Ending
time
the
for me
stream
to
with
feed.
redeems.
Yeah.
To feed
Also,
on
Gabe,
redeems.
before you end, can we get a look at those beautiful hand feet?
Yeah.
Give us the
Why?
hand feed.
It's hand feet. What's it? Damn it! There. Have your wonderful hand feet. I mean, I am proud.
I just like the chancla design. That's it.
Yeah, I'm proud of the chanclas. Indeed, they're just. I
Hey.
want one.
Oh yeah.
So thank you. Glad you enjoy my my hand feet and my chanclas. Hell yeah.
Why do you think I
thank you
come to the
for,
stream so often?
Thank you for the links, Horizon Blue. That is pretty cool. Thank you.
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
Carl's been
Go.
going crazy with the links lately.
Oh yeah, go
it's-
watch the new channel. It gives
yeah.
the monkey the money to buy the bananas that
Suck
they
the
need.
Watch the monkey now.
Yes.
Yes, not yet though. I'll be monetized after I reach 100, 1,000
that's why-
subscribers.
Yeah.
You're
Go watch,
oh,
go
thousand.
watch the hand feet.
Yep. So keep watching it, spread the tapes, and show this monkey to more people.
Yay! Please, thank you.
Make the
Thank
monkey
you all
popular.
for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you all for coming for the fun times. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Hun.
Thank you. You're welcome. So yeah, see you all next week. Hell yeah.
Yeah, chat. Still
Later.
Later.
Yeah, chat.
shenanigans.
Bye.